Yes.
Yes.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Friday.
Wow, everyone's got the Sindens. I thought I was the only one with this idea. What's going on, fellas? What a big night for iiRcade. Papa Brad is still... Damn, Papa Brad's like a gangster.
Yes!
Sideways.
Yes!
There we go.
Dude, I mean, I want to talk for a little bit, but speaking of gangster, we have the gangsters of all gangsters from the iiRcade backstage. We've already been hanging out, talking to him for a bit. We might as well not waste any time.
Yeah, no time.
Let's give it up for our big guest. Who could it be? Let's see.
Wow.
There he is,
Nice.
right in the
Hey,
line of
hey,
fire.
Yeah.
Nice
I brought my gun
intro.
too. Don't worry.
Nice. Yeah, I'll switch. There we go. Nick's is better for that
Nick's a
position.
little taller. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
There's
Cool.
cameras.
Michael looked like he was about to become a victim. What's going on?
Michael was under the gun on this show.
So many many guns today. It's fine.
From one show to another.
Back to back. Yeah, I just got back right before I got on with you guys too. So
Well,
Thank
you
you
didn't.
for your
I mean,
service.
thank you for showing up early. That was nice of you. But I was like, you could have relaxed a little bit and showed up for
I'm
the
a
latest.
producer. I got to be on time. I got to get set up ahead of time. I got to be ready to go.
Yeah. What a big day for
What a whirlwind.
iiRcade. You
Yeah.
know,
Glad Operation Wolf is finally out there, out of my hands. I'm excited. So more things
yeah.
to come.
For us, we
Yes.
just get it, and we're
Like,
happy.
yeah.
For you, it's probably was like a long project and a lot of
Completion of
work.
a gigantic project.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the show, everyone will be saying, "This sucks. What's going on next week? What's next?"
Yeah,
Back
That's
to the
not
drawing
right.
board. That's
Yeah.
that's your life, right, Michael?
That's every week. This is every Friday. This is what I deal with. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the curse of a system where you can add games.
Yeah.
And it's you're always gonna have you're always gonna want something new
Yeah.
without
And
looking
it's
back
that
at all
way.
the great things you have right now.
Yep. So
Well, you have a ton of great stuff right now. We've been doing a new segment on the show, Game Fight, where we're battling all the shoot 'em ups
I'm
on the
so
iiRcade
excited to
against
game
each
fight.
other, and it just like I hope it reminds people how many great games there are.
Mhm.
You know, everyone's always looking what's next.
Yeah,
But
what's this
there's
week?
already
I
a lot
mean,
of great
there's
stuff
So many great
right now.
games right now. Like you need to look into
Yeah.
the catalog and pick up some of the hits, man.
Yeah, there's a
But-
lot of hidden gems that people miss all the time.
But Michael, while I have you here, I mean, Vampire Survivors, come on, anything like that.
Anything
anything in
like
that
would
category
be a good ad.
would
I
be
think
awesome.
people would love that.
Mhm.
I'm addicted to that game. I can't stop playing it on
It's
my
a great
phone.
game. It's
It
such
is.
a good game.
So yes, anything like that would be great on the iiRcade. I would love to sit there for hours and play something like that.
Yeah. So we hear you on that kind of stuff too, of course. So just stay tuned on that. That's all I can tell you. Those kind of games, I know.
Love it.
Hey.
I think Cuddles is in the chat
Yeah.
too. I know I see him every
Oh yeah,
every time. he
Cuddles
mentions
is
a game
gonna
like
be
that.
Cuddles is gonna be going off tonight. So get
Yeah.
ready for
Yeah.
tons and tons of Steam titles.
Yeah,
Michael.
to be honest, this game really does remind me of Space Invaders. It took a long time to get, but the wait was worth it, man.
Yeah.
Like, when I played it I was amazed at when I played it how much I enjoyed it. It's just so awesome.
Space Invaders was a different beast for sure than this game. But yeah, Operation Wolf 2 is sort
What
of
I'm
the same
saying
boat.
is, you could
That's
tell
kind
you
of
took
good.
the time and the care. The game was cultivated. It
Yeah.
wasn't rushed out, and it was released. Working well.
They were talking about the game tonight on Super Game Room Dudes.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
guess everyone's having a good experience with it. So
Yeah.
the only thing that they had mentioned is like the crosshairs will like wobble a little bit. I think that's I
Yeah,
think that's
so that's-
everyone.
Technically, it's not on us. That's on Sinden. So it's their drivers currently for Android are newer. Their open source drivers that we're using are like almost brand new as of September last year, right? When we announced light guns, that was like maybe 2 weeks before that. That's when Sinden went open source essentially. And that's when we announced that we're going to do it because we knew that we could actually integrate that into our system. But it's up to them. So this is sort of their first go at like true Android open source drivers like this too. So it'll get better. In fairness, but yeah, it's definitely like it's in a good state to play the game, which is why
Yes.
it's released.
Oh yeah,
right?
it doesn't affect the gameplay at all.
No.
Yeah, Yeah. But it does definitely like
super
it
fun.
jumps back and forth. We totally know that. Yeah. So we're waiting on drivers from Sinden on that as well. So
But you're moving a lot and aiming, so you don't notice it. But the only time you notice it is like if you keep the gun still, you'll see it kind of moving around a little bit.
Yeah.
But I believe Sinden does have something right in their software. I didn't take a deep look at like the Android. Good thing, and thank you for putting out that video, because I literally would have just tried to update it through the the Windows software.
I had the Windows drivers. So as soon as I found out and I saw your video, I shared it because I know a lot of people watch my show for the iiRcade content, because I wanted to make sure that video got out there for people to update their guns the correct way so the game would work. But good job on that video.
So the Android drivers are on version 1.9. That's why we had to use them, because they are like super up to date. But I think even with your gun updated with the Android versions of it like that too, with the firmware flashed on, I think they're all so similar between that and like Windows or Linux and stuff that you can still use the gun without doing anything else on other systems as well too. I'm not 100% on that too, but I know that it has been working on my PC just fine, as well as I connect it to my iiRcade, right? So it does go back and forth. It just depends on how you set it up essentially, but that's a little bit deeper level too. We're playing around with these controllers just as much as you guys are essentially too, right? So they're still new to us as well. So we're learning.
Yeah, it's working great. The game is a lot of fun, and it's a challenging game, so it's not something that
challenging. Yeah, you know, would have been the most disappointing thing would have been if I blew through it like in the first 30 minutes. You know, this game I'm gonna have to actually learn how to play this game.
If we kept it the way that I had originally had it, so we had a request by Taito and ourselves too. We would have made this change honestly, but it was essentially one and done with like one quarter essentially all the time. Once you died, you died.
No one would ever beat it.
That's the sort of default setting of the game. But it's so challenging, of course, but that was like the true Iron Man mode of this game is incredibly difficult. So like, I don't even know if it's possible, honestly. I'm sure some maniac's probably done it once or twice in their lifetime, but beyond that, so we kept the infinite continues for you, but it does still start at the level each time too. So you can't just always just quarter through, which is nice.
Yeah. Well, we expect Nick's to bring it. I hope it doesn't take him too long to show us how it's done. Usually he's pretty much our ace in the hole on a lot of games. He shows
Michael, I know we're going to be later on playing against you in Operation Wolf. We're all going to be challenging each other, so it's not everyone against Michael, but wink, wink, maybe it is. We've been working out a strategy, but yeah, I am throwing a little twist in tonight, but we'll wait till later for that, because I'm still kind of butthurt about that snowboard game. Like, you literally almost beat the whole game.
It's right. Last time I was on, we played Snowboard Championship.
Yeah.
Again, this is what happened. So yeah, Snowboard Championship was a game when I first joined the company. There was no QA or anything too, so I did all the QA back then. So like, I played that game for I don't know how many countless hours. Too many times for any one person in their lifetime should play Snowboard Championship. But yeah,
I wish I would have realized that before picking that game. I figured I'll pick something real.
You pick any of the base games on these.
Brooklyn, you're aware it might be like that for most of the games. He's probably played them so much.
Michael never played that game.
Yeah,
I looked at it for 5 minutes.
I'm sure he's played Operation Wolf quite a bit.
I've played through all the games at this point. So like, that's part of my job as a producer, especially as a games producer. I do play the games. And so like, if there's things wrong in the modern and the arcade games too, both. So like, I do know like around each game essentially, but like beyond that, there's certain games that I have played like to ad nauseum, and other ones that I've played through like once or twice. So
have there been any games that even were like on the arcade that were too difficult for you to beat? Because there are a few that you have the difficulty level so insane.
Yeah.
That like,
I'm trying to think.
It almost seems impossible to beat some of these games.
Well, recently the hard mode in not Hyroxia, but oh my gosh, Rigid Force Redux. So not the easy and the medium mode, but the hard mode itself too. When I first started going at that one's actually way harder than I thought it was going to be, because I blew through the easy mode and I was like, okay, this is going to be whatever. Changed it to hard and I got destroyed. So that's definitely one that I haven't beaten yet on hard mode.
That's a great game. I still haven't beat it on easy, because it starts to get pretty challenging towards the end.
It does, yeah. It throws a lot of things at you.
Like what you're saying about Operation Wolf, one credit that would have been ridiculous. Like people would be
yeah.
quitting.
A lot of people wouldn't have seen past the second level, if that even. That's why we're like, okay, we should.
I appreciate what they do in Ridge Force redo. Like you get a certain amount of credits, but I believe it's balanced for what you have to accomplish in that game. So it is fair, but it adds that one level where you're just not going to quarter through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep adding credits.
Yes, it's a true accomplishment if you beat that game at hard, for sure. So
yeah. And
how many levels are there in Operation Wolf?
6. So there's 6 stages,
levels?
and like, so stage 1 is not bad. Stage 2 is pretty difficult towards the end, right, with the boss with the hostage. Stage 3 is okay. Stage 4 is brutal. Stage 5 is about the same as stage 4-ish, but then stage 6 is an absolute onslaught of enemies. They throw everything at you in the kitchen sink, and then after that you have to beat the Apache helicopter too, which is near impossible. I still haven't done that. That's the one thing I haven't done yet. So my QA team's done it. I have not personally done that yet because it's difficult. Because by that point, after stage 6, you just have like 2 or 3 slivers of health going into the Apache, and then you just die. So it's rough.
Why is it that sometimes I'll beat level 1 and I'll get like a little bonus level, and other times stages? I won't?
Yeah, there's different ways to unlock
random.
them. Yeah, it is. I don't know if it's random or not. It's hard, right? Because I swear sometimes if you don't use any of your rockets or your bombs, that's how it triggers it. But I'm not 100% on that.
Is that the stage with the coconuts?
Or maybe shooting the animals.
It might be the animals too. There might be some other things that even I don't know about this game, honestly. Too.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out. That way, I have some
I did
chance.
buy them direct from Sinden. My guns.
Oh yeah, light guns.
Chat.
Yeah, I
got them from Sinden.
Yeah, I've had the Sinden before. I had my gold.
Yeah, or directly from the UK.
Yeah.
I literally
shortly after Game and Brew, I ordered them.
When you guys announced the gold, and I saw the 2 connections in the front, and we were all speculating about like control decks and all that stuff. Like that, just to me, I knew eventually light guns would show up. And what was the big deal if they didn't? I could still use the Sinden regardless. So
that's why you picked it too, because most people had them to begin with, and if you didn't have one, you were ordering
one. To the iRcade, it's not proprietary. I mean, that's what's nice about the PC.
Yeah, that's what's nice about like our open accessories program, is that we don't have to lock it to our system too, so that people can use things from other systems onto our system too. Was really the main goal. But like beyond that, if people buy stuff specifically for us, they can always use them on other stuff too. So we wanted to do that on purpose too. Regardless of the fact that we just don't want to manufacture the hardware for it, it just works out really nicely for everybody. Like it's a better thing for the user in the end.
Yeah, it gives us a lot more options. You know, some of us have a lot of ways to play games in our arcades. Yep. And now we can use those guns on the iRcade, and we can use them in other places too. So I think it's great.
Yeah.
And the quality of the gun is like, I mean, I was really impressed when I finally got a chance to play it on the iRcade. I was impressed with the quality of the gun. It was so much better than I even thought it was going to be.
Yeah, like if you're going to get a light gun,
have the one with the little kicker in it where it makes the sounds, you know, it works good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how Zhang's was so loud today. I still don't know.
Dude, I'll tell you how, Mike. Yeah. He was busting caps in that game.
Because you can go into the Sinden software and you can adjust the strength of it. Yeah, because I had turned mine all the way up to 10. But there's no way, dude, if I play with that thing, that solenoid, whatever, and that thing's snapping tonight, you will see my wife come blasting through the door and hitting me over the head with that gun. So I'm turning that thing off when I play. It's freaking loud, man.
Speaking of the sentence, I think you can go in there and actually adjust that stuttering that we were speaking of earlier.
So you can.
There's a setting in there that you can.
You can adjust stuff. Yeah, we played around with all that too ourselves.
Because I did that with the PC when I hooked it up.
I still think it's the Android drivers within this though, because they're still new.
It's beta, yeah.
They're so new for Sinden too.
Jong's in the chat. Jong just said he has a better gun than you.
I could swear.
Jong says his gun is better than yours, Michael. I'm sorry.
Because I got off topic, but I could swear I was trying to say earlier. I think right in the Sinden software they have like an artificial smoothing.
There's a bunch of settings, honestly. That's why the Sinden guns are really nice, because you have all that, you have the access to all that stuff too. Even if you don't use it, it's at least there if you do want to fiddle around with it. So we have played around with all that stuff. It's just maybe we need to play around with it more, or we don't really know yet, right? So again, it's new to us too. We're learning as well, just along with you guys. But yeah, we'll find out.
It's definitely premium. I mean, like it's premium experience.
Mm-hmm. There will definitely be gameplay. You know, we're just talking for a little bit. Michael's here. He's hanging out, so he's not in any rush, you know. So we'll be doing some game fight. It'll be nice to have you as a judge.
I'm excited.
We like the rest of us. We haven't been able to agree on anything. The chat room has stolen the vote.
Been, all the powers went to the chat every time to determine the fate of almost every game.
You guys have no idea. I'm so passionate in my opinion on a lot of these games that I'm just like, I know what's best.
This is great. This is great.
This is the whole point of game fight. Is that eventually, like, it starts out, you know, whatever. There's a lot of games, but when people like that have a passion for a certain game and then it loses.
Yeah,
that's where it starts to get interesting. You know, the first couple of weeks we're banging out the games a little bit here and there, but yeah, people are going to start getting emotional. That's part of the whole thing. You know, Brad's already had his heart broken, I think, 2 times because like games that we have said are some of the best shoot 'em ups on iiRcade or are already in jeopardy of being knocked out or gone. That's crazy. Like Truxton the game fight's already knocked out.
Truxton's almost out.
I saw Truxton. Yeah, it keeps going down. I'm like, how? Truxton and
Truxton 2 are like some of my favorite shoot 'em ups
some of the best
of all time. But hey, man, the power goes to the chat. So if you're in the chat, the power most likely is going to go to you unless we unanimously agree.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that shortly. And I can tell you, this week I've been busy playing games, capturing. So there's a bunch more options on the wheel this week. So we'll see what happens, you know. And there's some ones out of like left field on the wheel this week, like Mecha 8 and Mecha 9 are on there now.
Nice.
Did you add Rigid Force Redo?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I still can't get.
I don't think it's gonna get knocked out, honestly. But
it'll be on there. But the problem is like I'm still having some issue getting a good playthrough.
Yeah.
To, you know, for the video. So
you need me to capture some video for you?
Go ahead, Brad.
Less work for me, and I can make a gameplay video for it.
You hear that chat? Send them videos.
So Michael, I really do appreciate all the work that you guys have done and just adding literally one of my favorite categories of games, you know, to the iiRcade, which are light guns. I know we can play them everywhere. I know I had talked about, can you run it out to a big TV? I don't care. I honestly, I don't care about running it out to a TV. I was just kind of curious about that.
It'd been nice. It's just if it would work.
I like playing it right on the.
Yeah,
I like playing on the cab.
It does work, but it's not.
There's a little bit of far. It's not optimal.
We'll see though. Again, maybe we'll change that in the future. I don't know like if we can even fix that or not too, but we'll find out.
It could have to do with the honestly, you just may have to have like a real fast USB cord, like
potentially something like that too, or something to speed it up. Even I still want to play I want to play on a projector. Like I want to do light guns on like the side of a house.
That would be
Raven has a projector. He has a couple of iiRcades and he has a huge projector. He tried it, so he actually told me that there was delay.
Yeah. Okay.
And when you said about 1 second, that's not possible. You can't play that way.
Game.
Yeah, but we're good. I never really planned on doing it. I was just curious.
Yeah, but it'd be fun if it did. Like, yeah, it would.
For some reason, I just couldn't wrap my mind around how that would work. And then I was like, okay, I get it. Like, you got to think the iiRcade is the console, and whatever screen it is on, when you aim the Sinden at it, it'll just pick up that square. Yeah, because the
camera's looking for the picture on screen, right? Yep. And the rest of it's
like this white border right there as an example. You see the white border right there. It's looking for that. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you know, I still can't wrap my mind around how they make that work to begin with, but
yeah, it's just that it works.
That's cool.
And it does.
Work with some wizards. That's out.
I'm like ready to do this. Like let's get into game fight.
We're gonna do a couple of rounds first.
Yeah. You want to? There's a bunch of people here watching tonight.
We're not gonna say
it's a huge celebration, and you know what? You know what? I'm so happy you're here tonight, Michael, and I'm so happy that tonight is the release of Operation Wolf and Light Guns, because today is also the 1-year anniversary of this show. Can you believe that, Brad?
Wow, that's amazing. Now, you know, I've been here since episode 1, the very first episode.
I still remember episode 1. So it's a year ago tonight that online launched on iiRcade because that's when I started the show.
Oh, that's fun.
Amazing.
Has it really been? It's been a year.
Yeah. Okay. 1 year. They've done a lot in a year.
Yeah.
Unless I'm wrong. But I got a notification that it was a year today since this show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I thank everyone, Brad? Brad, I would have to 100% thank Papa Brad here from day one. Rainwater was on the first show making fun of us while we were playing games. Definitely.
Rainwater. Rainwater's gone. He left.
King Creole and No Quarter just helped out immensely on the show. Steps Gaming, Nix,
Mr.
Alex
Miami Cuddles.
Kohlersmith, Mr. Miami Cuddles. And just like the group that comes out to watch every week. We're not a huge show, but we're like a small family. So, we enjoy just getting together and playing games every week. So I know I look forward to it. That's why I'm still here a year later doing the show.
I do too. It's all about the games. We love the games.
Yeah, I look forward to it all week.
It's almost like a league night. It's like a bowling night. You know what I mean?
Bowling night. Yeah.
We just play games, right? So.
Yeah. All right, fellas, are you ready to all become judges tonight? We're gonna start up game fight.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna give everyone some time to get revved up and get their judging ready. And I'm going to kick in this intro for game fight. When we come back, we're going to start it up. We'll do about 4 rounds of game fight tonight. And then the 3 of us are going to teach Michael a lesson in the 1 quarter challenge.
We'll see.
I got a little twist. I got a little twist waiting for everyone once we get to that. So
prepare to be disappointed.
I know.
Michael's had his hands on this game for a long time.
I know we're in trouble, but
we're in trouble. You remember the skiing game? The snowboarding game.
Oh wait, Brad, aren't we supposed to say hi to everyone in the chat room?
I know. I thought you were going to play your little intro.
Go ahead.
A big Friday night arcade. Hello to Miami Tiger Arcade. Rich Oldello, welcome to the show. Ichabod Crane, Chris McCloy, welcome, buddy. We got Goofy Foot here. He's always here. Thank you, Goofy Foot. We got Carl O, Mitchell B. We've got To Die For, clean like a mother. Yeah. To Die For.
Yes.
King of the Modders. Biggie D's Arcade is here. Love Biggie D's channel. We've got, we scroll down. A pretty full house tonight, Brooklyn.
We do.
Dean 33, welcome to the stream. We got Sacro here.
Quick, Brad. Michael's falling asleep.
Okay. Welcome to the stream, the bad guy, Mike Worley, Raven SPE, PD7, Arcade Talk and Star Wars Reviews. Good to see you here, T. Jong Wook Shin is here. We got Jong in the chat. Live. Pretty cool. Talking to all the people. Kevgret. The Rexer Show is here. Wow. Full house.
Rexer, yeah.
Eric M. Bison.
Did you congratulate Rexer and Kevgret on becoming the #1 Arcade 1-Up show?
Congratulations. Congratulations to Rexer and Kevgret. They are the #1 Arcade 1-Up show. We got Ronan Drummond here in the chat. Terror Reels.
All right. Hi, everybody. We're going to get this started before it becomes a 7-hour show. Here we go, everyone. Get ready. We're going to need everybody's help in the chat room because we have not been able to agree on anything so far. So most likely the chat room's going to be deciding everything tonight. This is Game Fight.
Let's do it.
All right, we are back again.
So crazy seeing those games sometimes.
Yeah, 4 more rounds of game fight. So you know what that means. We're going to have to bring in the wheel. We have 2 wheels.
Wheel of Death.
Look at all those games on that wheel now.
They're in jeopardy.
That's how they can all fit on there. Wow.
I know. What's also happened is now there are actually 2 final fight spaces on that wheel. So it's a little bit more of a chance it can land on that.
Truxton is on the Wheel of Death too.
If you haven't watched us do game fight before, what's going to happen is we are going to spin the game fight wheel and it's going to pick a game. Then we're going to spin it again. It's going to pick a second one. And those 2 games are going to go up against each other in the game fight arena. We're going to watch some footage of the games to refresh your memory if you played it, or just you can make your decision based on watching the gameplay. If the wheel lands on Final Fight, then we are going to spin the Final Fight wheel, which has games that are already in jeopardy of being knocked out of the competition, and 2 games will go up against each other, and 1 will be exiting the competition tonight. So let's get right to it. I got tons more games on the wheel. Let's spin the wheel and see the first game stepping into the game fight arena tonight.
Yo. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows.
A lot of games on that wheel.
Hellfire. All right. Let's see the game that's stepping into the game fight arena to go up against Hellfire.
Hellfire's a good game. So.
Oh, is it going to be a shooter blaster? In the hunt. In the hunt.
In the hunt.
There it goes.
It's in the hunt.
In the hunt.
Oh.
In the hunt.
Oh.
This is going to be real rough.
This is going to be a rough
boy, oh
one.
boy.
All right, so let's get right to this. We're going to watch a few minutes of gameplay of Hellfire on the iiRcade.
Yes.
right, so that's Hellfire. That's an interesting one. You have no real special weapon in that game. It's just all about switching
the
directions of your main fire to get through all the different situations. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Good Rigid Force definitely borrowed from that a little bit.
Absolutely. You know? Rigid Force, without Hellfire, would we have a Rigid Force? They definitely used a lot of the ideas that were pioneered in that game.
Now, this game that it's facing is definitely for a shoot 'em up game, very different because you have stuff under the water, you got stuff going on outside of the water, and it's just completely crazy. So let's check out a few minutes of gameplay of In the Hunt. Yes, that's In the Hunt. That game is impressive. You know, when you look at that game, I know probably a lot of people are thinking Metal Slug, and I think that's because I think the same team worked on that game.
You can tell graphically.
The animation style, especially.
What's so amazing about In the Hunt, like it starts off with, you know, military submarines, planes, but it takes
cool
a crazy sci-fi turn.
It starts off with
gets nuts.
So, yeah, all the bosses in this game too are like sea creatures.
Amazing.
I remember too, right? They're like robotic sea creatures.
Yeah, and it's a difficult game, so
it is really hard. It is really hard
through that game.
You're not gonna one quarter this, I don't think.
No.
Well, I'm already here, so I'm ready to place my vote. Both games are great games, so different. Hellfire is just in a bad position tonight going up against In the Hunt.
It's a tough one.
In the Hunt is one of these games that I think is going to go pretty far in this competition, but we'll see. My vote is going to be for In the Hunt. Let's bring in Papa Brad.
Absolutely. Developed by the team that made Metal Slug one of the best and coolest, most original shmups of all time. Are you kidding me? As much as I love Toplin, and I do love Toplin games, I have got to give this one 100% to In the Hunt.
All right. Next, what do you think? Have you played both these games?
Yeah, in the hunt all the way. Absolutely. The action, everything just keeps you on your toes. The challenge, all the way.
All right, let's bring in Michael and see what he thinks.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. In the Hunt's tough. It's hard to go up against In the Hunt in general. Hellfire is a great game just because of the directional firing. So, like, from a design standpoint, it's really cool. But I got to give it to In the Hunt. It's just too good. It's too clean. It's too smooth. The animation's fantastic. The gameplay's so good. I got to do it. It's In the Hunt all the way.
And can I say one more thing I love about In the Hunt? In the Hunt, when you play cooperatively and you play 2-player, at the very end, you get to do a showdown against the other player. Yeah, really? I always love that mechanic. You know, Double Dragon, the original, lets you do that. And In the Hunt, it's the same way. So if you play 2-player at the very end, your 2 submarines battle it out, showdown style. It's amazing.
So it was unanimous.
Great cooperative game.
I'm still curious to see what the chat room voted, and with 75% of the vote, they also gave it to In the Hunt.
Hellfire is a classic, but I mean, IREM makes only bangers. People got to realize that. IREM has never had a bad game. I don't think they've ever played.
Yeah, you know what? They do. They make some amazing games.
Every single game's just a winner from them. I really think that's true. So,
dude, Ninja Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. So Hellfire has taken a hit point. Okay. One more hit point for Hellfire. It's going to be knocked out of this competition. I'm ready to spin the wheel. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Let's see the next game stepping into the Game Fight Arena tonight.
In the Hunt again?
It's In the Hunt again.
Can't go again.
Easy.
All right, so do you want me to spin it again?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's the third time. We have to do it.
Go. Get past trucks. Okay.
All right, so it is UN Defense Force. UN Defense Force already has 1 hit point up against it, so we'll see what it's going up against tonight, because if it takes another one, it is knocked out of this competition.
Oh no. Is it gonna be
No.
Truxton.
All right, it's going up against Truxton, which also, believe it or not, has 1 hit point against it. So one of these games is leaving tonight.
This could be the unfathomable death of Truxton.
All right, so let me find this game.
This is going to be amazing.
I think I know my choice already, but we'll see.
Way to ruin it.
Well, we can't agree.
All right, here we go. This is UN Defense Force Earth Joker. All right, so that's UN Defense Force. I mean, it's a cool little game. The sound can be better in it. And like the colors, like it kind of has like it's a little bland on the color palette, but overall a decent shooter up. But it's going up against Truxton, so let's take a look at a few minutes of Truxton and see which one is the better game. All right, that's Truxton. Wow. This one's easy for me. I'm just gonna start it off, and I'm gonna go with Truxton. Truxton's way more of a polished game, but man, that game is punishing. Like, it's ridiculous. Brad and I always say, like, in Truxton, as soon as you lose your power ups, you're done.
Yeah,
you know, because it'll set you back. And good luck trying to get through some of the stuff.
It's hard to make it if you lose your power ups.
But yeah, that's an easy one for me. Brad, what do you think?
I mean, you don't need to ask what I think. I mean, you know what I'm picking. Truxton, 100%. I mean, this was the game that kind of introduced me to the Toplin shooters. And then from this one, I learned about all of them. But this is where it started. I love this game. I love the difficulty of it. It's a game you're gonna buy it. You're not gonna beat it right away. It's a challenging game. I love it. I mean, for me, it's definitely in my top 10 games on iiRcade.
All right, let's bring in Nix and see what he thinks.
No, I haven't played either of these games, so my opinion's based on just watching the gameplay here. And
okay.
I'm going to have to say UN Force, just based on what I've seen with the gameplay. Just looks a little bit better. Yeah, the sound effects a little bit to be desired, but the gameplay looks a little bit better, a little bit faster. than Truxton.
All right.
Yeah, I think that'd be a little bit more challenging.
And
so
Michael, what
you went
First off,
what do you think?
I can't believe you've never played Truxton before, Nick. So I'm very surprised.
I played Truxton too, but I haven't played the original Truxton.
Okay. Yeah, so UN Defense Force is definitely like it wins in my book for like the artistry of the game, I would say too. Like the design of it is good as far as the looks go. But Truxton is where the boys become men. Okay. The Truxton is like the ultimate challenge above any other shoot 'em up to me. Truxton 1 specifically more than Truxton 2, right?
Yeah.
The difficulty curve is brutal but rewarding, I think, in it too. And so it's 100% Truxton. That music itself is just like it gets me going. I love that music in Truxton.
That game could that game could be renamed. So you think you can play shmups?
100%.
This one.
I mean, Brad, I just realized tonight that I'm never becoming a man because I'm never beating Truxton, but my vote still goes for it. All right, so we did not agree because the wild card Knicks did not vote for Truxton, but I'm going to stop the poll right now since we all voted, and let's see what the chat room thinks since they steal the vote tonight. The chat room has made the final decision with 95% of the vote. Knicks. You may need to play both these games. Yes, UN Defense Force definitely did some cool stuff like it's speeding up. You got you're going underneath the clouds and stuff like that. But it just did not have any chance against Truxton. That means because UN Defense Force already had one strike tonight, it's game over.
I may have lost Goofy Foot, but I'm not wrong.
All right, so you guys keep the show going. Papa Brad showing off his drink.
I got a special delivery. Nice and spicy.
Nice.
Look at that.
All right, keep this entertaining while I edit the wheel. We got to get rid of UN Defense Force.
Yeah, at least it wasn't Truxton.
The other UN Defense Force games? Like there's Earth Defense Force as well too. Like EDF has a huge series, but I'm pretty sure that UN Defense Force did as well. I could be wrong on that, but now I need to know. I'm still so surprised, Nick, that you haven't tried original Truxton though, because it's a different game than Truxton 2. Truxton 2 is still really good as well.
Yeah.
But Truxton 1 is just tough as nails, but in the best possible way, I would say.
Yeah. When you look at the wheel, I mean, that tells you why, if you love shoot 'em ups, why you got to love the iiRcade. I mean, look at the amount of shoot 'em ups that we have to choose from. Just as a game player, our selection is unreal on this cabinet.
Yeah, this isn't even all of them.
The selection. I mean, we've eliminated many, and look at it. It's amazing. This is the king. I call it the king of the shmups. I know you hate the shmups word, but for me, shoot 'em ups or shmups. This cab is the king of them.
Guys, I heard we had no games on our cab though, so I don't know what this list is.
If you like shooters, you can't touch the iiRcade.
I'm mixing it up. Here we go.
Current library.
Oh.
I'm about to spin it again. We got 2 more rounds of game fight going on tonight before we hit the main event where we all embarrassingly lose to Michael at Operation Wolf.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. Dude, what is it? Vapor Trail gets picked every week. All right, now Vapor Trail has just been knocking games out left and right. Yes.
Vapor Trail has been the hidden unknown juggernaut on iiRcade. Like people love Vapor Trail. The music is fire.
That's true.
It gets picked every week, and every week it never loses.
It never loses.
We'll see what happens here tonight.
Names.
Let's see what's going up against Vapor Trail tonight.
I think my number one system got knocked out of it. I think number one. Oh, it's
It just went.
It is Truxton.
It just went though. It just went.
Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. You
Dude,
can't make it.
What else can I do here, Brad? I'm mixing it up even before I spin.
Just get out of the ring, Brooklyn.
Yeah, exactly. You can't go twice in a row. You gotta mix it up.
You took out in the hunt. So
What do you think here? I'll leave it up to you guys and the people watching the show. Should we face it up against Truxton, or should
let the chat vote?
Should I
let the chat vote?
Spin the wheel again?
Let the audience decide.
In the meanwhile, I'm mixing it up. So Sacro saying stick with it. Chris McCloy is saying skip. Stick with it.
I'm just looking at Biggie's question really quick, and I think he's talking about the screws underneath the bottom. Biggie, if you're talking about the feet, the rubber feet that are on the bottom, yeah, they're hand screwed. You just unscrew them.
All right, they're saying the wheel has spoken, so
okay,
we may have to leave it as is. I know we just watched a few minutes
Brooklyn,
of.
Don't break my heart tonight. Now, come on.
All right, so let's check out a few minutes of gameplay of Vapor Trail. So that was a few minutes of Vapor Trail rocking out.
I know we were all rocking out.
Rocking out.
So we're gonna watch some. We're gonna watch a little bit of Truxton. I don't think we have to play the whole video. We just saw it.
We just saw Truxton.
So we get the point. But let's watch at least about a minute and a half of this. So we just saw Vapor Trail, and now it's going up against the game that was just in the Game Fight Arena. It's Truxton. right, we'll stop it there. Michael, when you watch my gameplay, do you see the mistakes I'm making? Like, I'm panicking.
You use a lot of bombs when you don't have to.
Well, I panic when those guys come out, man.
It's normal, yep. So I like to skirt the bullets a lot because that's just how that game is.
The bullet patterns in that game are just confusing, and they're fast, you know?
It's my favorite part of the game is just dodging those bullets, though.
All right, Brad, you're already sent the screen, so might as well start voting. See what I did?
You know how I'm gonna vote. Come on now, Truxton. You can't touch Truxton. Please don't vote out Truxton. Truxton is a masterpiece.
All right, I'm gonna go in while Brad's firing off his gun. I'm giving that to Vapor Trail. I don't care. So
what?
Oh, are you kidding me? Why? Okay. I want to know why. The music?
Because I could probably beat Vapor Trail, and
that doesn't mean it's a better game.
Yeah, Truxton is great, but I appreciate what they do in Vapor Trail. I love like the army theme, but you also get like the sci-fi mixed in. And look how cool it is even in the beginning, like when the big tank comes out, you see it doing the damage to the ground.
People love it.
And stuff like that. Like those little details are good.
And that's awesome. You know, it surprised me how beloved.
I'm 50-50.
It surprised me how beloved Vapor Trail is. I never knew it was so popular.
I'm going to Vapor Trail. Okay. What do you think?
Well, between these two games, I'm going to have to go Truxton. Right? Just basically based on the gameplay that Truxton has, the enemy variety, it just has a little bit more of a challenge. And these army games, shooters have been done to death, right? And Vapor Trail kind of falls under that, especially when you're comparing it to Truxton. But if you compare that to UN Defense Force, I would pick UN Defense Force over that. Based on the gameplay and just what the game has to offer. So Truxton, sealed. That's my vote.
All right. Let's bring Michael in and see what he thinks.
I mean, so again, visually Vapor Trail is great. And you've also got, like, of course, the music of Vapor Trail, right? This is like John Williams versus Danny Elfman, right? So like you've got like Truxton, which has the like really noticeable like beats and stuff like that. It's really memorable.
I'm drinking one drink for every game.
But
I'm gonna be shooting really good when it comes time to play Operation Wolf. I'm gonna be hitting nothing.
Sorry, Michael. Brad just doesn't care.
I'm going with Truxton 100% just because the gameplay itself. It's purely coming down to the gameplay in this game. It's just too good to beat to me.
All right, so we all voted. So we didn't agree because of me. I'm going to end the poll. Let's see what the chat room thinks. All right, wait for that to pop up. They also agreed with everyone else except me with 58%.
That's not that bad, though. Vapor Trail's doing good, though.
still in this competition, and Vapor Trail has taken its
single hit
first hit point.
Wow, and Vapor Trail's been picked a lot.
Truxton's not a bad one to lose.
Vapor Trail gets picked every week. Like, what's going on here?
I had to lose sometime.
Yeah, I know.
There's no shame in losing to Truxton.
All right, I'm going to add the one hit point to Vapor Trail, and we're going to get ready to spin the wheel one more time tonight.
Here we go.
All right, let's get right back to it. Let's spin the wheel. I'm going to mix it up a little bit again. Here we go, and then spin it.
I want to put Truxton so badly right now.
All right, you say the name of this game, Michael. Because they always say, I say Asuka and Asuka. Is that correct?
Both. It's really Asuka and Asuka, but I say
Asuka and Asuka.
How am I supposed to know that?
It's Asuka. And
You're
Asuka.
so uncultured. Yeah. Asuka and Asuka.
It's Japanese.
I'm from Louisiana.
I say Asuka and Asuka though too. I'm from Pennsylvania though. In fairness, so you should never trust how I talk.
Well, I'm in Pennsylvania, so I could say Asuka and Asuka. All right, so we got a newer game to the iArcade, and I thought this one was a lot of fun. So with going through like all the time travel, so
Asuka, this is the one with the dinosaurs, right?
Yeah, and I do actually show the dinosaur level in the gameplay on this.
I love the dinosaur level.
Well, let's mix it up again here, and then spin the wheel and see what's going up against Asuka and Asuka.
fire again.
No,
Brooklyn, are you putting your finger on that dial?
I'm not doing anything here. But it's
Truxton's
another
one-
Truxton game, but this time it's Truxton 2.
2. Oh, snap.
All right, so let's get right into this tonight. Let's take a look at a few minutes. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I will say this. People that say the difficulty of Truxton 1 is too hard, Truxton 2 is perfect. Perfect difficulty because it's easier than Truxton 1.
They learned, yeah.
I mean, it's definitely an improvement. I mean, from like if you're looking for an easier shmup, it's definitely an improvement over Truxton.
Yeah, it's definitely more approachable. It is a long
I have finished it.
game.
I have rolled that game over and finished the looped level.
Yes, live on this show.
Too, though. The bombs in Truxton 2 are like the coolest
Right
bombs,
here.
I think, of any shoot 'em up, I think. Hands down.
I love it. Yeah, the skull.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. I mean, because, we have a lot of wild cards here. Voting,
we do. You never know what's going to happen.
We may not agree and go to chat.
It's fine. It's fine if we don't agree. It's better. It's a better show.
Are you ready to watch a few minutes of footage of Asuka and Asuka?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Here we go. This is the second level, which I skipped to. Usually I captured the first level, but I captured the dinosaur level. So let's check this out. Wow, perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Asuka and Asuka. I like that one. I like the little bonus levels between levels. I think that's kind of like what they meant to do there is like that's your time traveling part where your ship is speeding up because every level in that is like a different period of time pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, but it's going up against a monster.
Truxton 2.
It's going up against Truxton too. So let's take a look at a few minutes. We've seen Truxton tonight, so let's see what did they do in Truxton 2. Did they improve the game? Did they make it any better? Let's take a look at a little bit of gameplay footage and see what we think. right, that was Truxton 2. Michael, you're already in the center screen, so you could start this off. What do you think?
I mean, it's a tough one, right? It's a real tough one.
Is it?
I do like dinosaurs, in fairness.
Is it tough?
Yes.
Come on.
You know how stupid I am, Michael? I never even put the poll in the chat.
Come on now.
So hopefully this is unanimous.
It's okay. Well, yeah, it's going to be Truxton 2, 100%.
All right.
There's no question. It's just such a good game.
All right, I did not even I'm so dumb. I was like sitting there enjoying the footage of Truxton 2. I forgot to even ask the chat room. I'm not sure if the chat room is going to be needed on this because I'm also going with Truxton 2. But let's bring in Papa Brad and see what he thinks.
I mean, Truxton 2 all the way.
All right, next.
The masterpiece.
Truxton 2 this time. Absolutely.
All right, so we didn't need the chat, but I think
we knew it.
I am so sorry. I was like just enjoying that footage. I completely it was either that or the 2 beers I drank. I don't know. I'm a lightweight, so
I like Rexer's
one or the
comment
other.
here. Truxton 1 too hard, Truxton 2 too easy. It's about right-ish.
Yeah, but Truxton 2, like, it's such a long game. I think it makes it fair. Like, it's a long journey.
It's great. If you
get a lot of gameplay for the money,
loop the game. You know, loop
the
it
only
twice.
I don't like to spoil endings, but like the only thing about Truxton 2 is like
it starts over.
You go for a long while and it doesn't have any kind of like dramatic ending. It just starts over again.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Truxton 2 takes the win on that one. Wow, good thing because I completely forgot
the chopping block
to include the chat room on that one.
That
no,
too.
Brooklyn, man, you keep showing games. You're gonna wipe me off the floor. How many more games you gonna show, dude?
There's so many of them on the wheel, and I still got a ton more.
Each game.
I gotta play and capture.
Okay.
What are you drinking there, Brad?
I'm drinking a Schofferhofer.
Yeah, I'm drinking.
I had a Bloody Mary
tonight.
I had about one per game.
It's my actually first time having these. It was a special night, Michael.
In Chicago.
We're celebrating. We are so happy to have this game.
What are you drinking there, Michael?
We're celebrating.
It's just this blood orange IPA still from the Brew Free or Die company.
I was gonna get this Wolf stuff, but when I saw the alcohol content, I was like, dude, I'll drink one of these, and this show is gonna go badly tonight. So
actually, I don't even like IPAs. So
at least someone's responsible here, Brooklyn.
Yeah. I would have been, this would have really, I mean, it probably is bad, but it would have been worse than what it is right now.
I'm still waiting for, Truxton 1 to go up against Truxton 2.
Can you pull up a comment?
That's the vote that I'm looking for.
Sure, Brad. Which comment would you like?
Biggie D, could you just pull up this one comment? This is comment of the evening.
Which one? He has a feel of a minute.
The one where it says 1052. Timestamp.
All right. Here we go.
10:52.
Way to make it confusing. It's 11:52 here. Is this one? Is this the one, Brad?
This is the one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Is it bad? I played my arcade 1-ups only once or twice since I got my iArcade. No, that is not bad. That is typical.
That's what Michael said before the show started.
That's not what I said.
Brad's a troublemaker.
So, sorry, Biggie D. But it is true. iArcade gives you a lot of good options. I mean, don't write iArcade off. They have a lot of great games. I mean, give it a chance. I mean, they've got a lot of great games. I mean, we've mainly been showing the shooters, but that's just one category.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the shooters
are one tiny category. We're not even showing like the retro modern games, which are fantastic.
Game fight is not over after the shoot 'em up. It's going to take a while to get through these because I'm not doing it as a separate show, which I originally planned. We're just adding it in as a segment of this one. But once this competition is over, I already have the next one planned. The next one is
to be fair too, we started with the most ruthless, strongest category that iArcade has.
Yep.
Without a doubt, there's no machine that can touch this machine. If you like shoot 'em up games, there's no machine that's even close to an iArcade.
Which I do. I don't know. For some reason, it's like it never gets old to me.
Yeah, I love it.
And I think just by watching the gameplay footage tonight, you can see every one of them has that little bit of a difference to it. Yeah. Some a lot,
Like a Suka game, it scrolls a little bit to the side when you play it.
It scrolls fast, so I had to get used to that. But I had never even heard of that game until they put it on the iArcade. And what I like about that one, it's very challenging, and you only get a certain amount of credits to beat it. I think it's fair. It's
I do like the limited credit, the
amount of credits it gives you. But you have to start to be better at the earlier levels and save it for the end. You know.
You know what I kind of like too? It's like a surprise. You never know what kind of game you're going to get, and that's one of the strengths, I think, of iArcade. Like when that game was released, I had probably played it maybe on a MAME or on something before, but I never really got into the game and gave it a fair shot. But you know, when it came out on iArcade, I got to actually played it for a while and learned the mechanics and stuff. So I like that we're always getting the new games, and I think it makes you appreciate them more. You know. At least for me personally.
I enjoy this segment. I enjoy shoot 'em up so much. I like watching the footage and battling them against each other. I could do this all night, but we have a new game on the iArcade that we need to get to because we got the 1 quarter challenge. We're going right into it. So is everybody ready?
Do it.
We could decide right now who's going to be going first tonight.
There's a comment too, real quick too, by Ichabod Crane about he's never beat In the Hunt before, especially to play versus mode. That's an online game too. So if anybody ever wants to play Ichabod, that's an online game for.
So is Truxton too. You can play that.
Ichabod, message me. I'll play through the whole game with you. I love In the Hunt, but beware. At the end, we're going to have to duel, and only one of us will be the victor. When you get to the very end of the game, be prepared. It goes to a screen, and it's on.
All right, so let's work this out. Michael, you don't have to be in this conversation because we'll save you for last.
Okay.
But let's work it out between the three of us. Who wants to start this off tonight? Brad?
You got a super chat, dude.
Do I?
You got a super chat. Yeah. Ichabod Crane.
Well, if I have a super chat, then that means I have to hit this.
This is a fact. I'm 58 years old. 58. I'm 58. 58. Your channels are going down. You made a little money off of YouTube, but the game is over. Sticking it to the man. Peace out.
Shout out to our buddy Ichabod Crane with that $4.99 super chat. Not to brag, but I blew up Cuddle's submarine at the end. So were they playing against each other?
I think so.
Awesome.
I think so.
He said he hadn't gotten to the end. That's why.
He just said he hadn't gotten to the end, but he blew up Cuddles at the end. Which one is it? Put up Biggie D's comment too. That was a good one. I haven't played many of the games, but Wizard of Walls has been my favorite to play. Wizard of Walls is a banger. It's a fantastic game.
I gotta get back to play that.
There's so many good games. It's like almost hard to pick. Once you have so many of them, it's hard to pick which one you want to play.
We will get back to all these games. I've been kind of like coming up with ideas. I'm working on something where like we're gonna have to revisit all these games.
Back to Ichabod Crane. He says that was
hopefully
the first
Nick's
time
won't be
played.
as good anymore.
He said that was the first time he played through it.
All right. So on the topic of playing games, we're about to play the newest release from iArcade, which also enabled finally light gun support. Tonight we're going to be playing Operation Wolf. Brad, you're right there. You got the Sinden in your hand. You look like you're ready to go. Next, you too. But I think I'm in trouble in this 1 quarter challenge tonight. Oh, Michael's like looks real comfortable. He's just sitting there like
I'm just chilling my chair. Yeah, I've got my dev board behind me too.
He's like, these three idiots have no idea what they're in store for. What's about to happen. I think we should
save Michael for last because he's going to smoke us all so bad. It's
Michael, could you please don't beat the whole game.
I can only get to level 6.
Like, I don't want to see the whole thing yet. You know, I want to be a little surprised.
Actually, I
tend to shoot the hostage by accident at the end of level 2. Like instead of the boss, like I accidentally shoot the hostage. Then that's when I lose. Yeah,
it happens.
It gets in the way. What can I say?
All right. So look, here's the deal. There's a little twist tonight, okay?
Okay.
Because we do know that there are two ways to play this game. You can play it with a light gun, and if you don't have the gold and the gem one, then you play it with the stick. So my twist tonight is our scores are going to add up. We are going to play it one time with the light gun and one time with the stick.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
We're going to
That's
play
awesome.
it both ways.
They'll force us to play it both ways.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not that great at math. I mean, look at me. So I'm going to need the chat room's help in keeping our scores and adding it up. Papa Brady, you ready? So here's how it's going to work. We'll play it with the light gun first, okay?
Okay.
The way it's meant to be played. And then we are going to come back
up our scores.
And we're all going to play it with the stick.
Yeah,
we're going to add up our scores, and the one with the highest score is going to win. Brad, are you ready to go? Are you ready for the 1 quarter challenge?
Let's do this.
All right, get Operation Wolf ready. He looks like he has it ready. All right.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. So we have Papa Brad up. He's ready to go. I can see he's using the Sinden.
He's dropping in to the danger
The good thing
zone.
about this, and I did test this out early, you could just put the Sinden down and grab the stick, and it's ready to go.
It works. Ready to go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's got the recoil going.
Yeah, he shot the nurses. Brad, what is wrong with you?
He's still good. He only lost 1 bar of health. Good.
What's the penalty for doing that?
I don't know. Shoot another one.
I think nurses are just a score penalty. I don't think they're a life penalty with a score.
Look, he shot more nurses. Man, Brad is...
Either that or you lose 1 bar of health.
He doesn't care.
It might be 1 bar, but I think it's just points.
So you can rapid fire on this. You can just hold the trigger.
Yeah, you hold the trigger
keep
down.
Firing.
Or you can single fire. That's the trick. You want to hold the fire down.
I usually try to like fire, but like if I'm going up, if I'm trying to save my bombs and stuff, like I'll rapid fire on a tank or a helicopter.
Oh yeah, you got to rapid fire on the. Especially, they're the most dangerous. They take a lot of health. The helicopters, especially the helicopter when they shoot at you. You gotta drop.
Brad hasn't used many bombs unless I missed out.
Oh, he missed. He missed those 2.
Yeah, he did.
Demolishing the communication setup, cutting off the enemy.
The game blocked him out and picking them up. Oh. All right, next up with the jungle. This one's ruthless.
Warning, the enemy has
Here we
located.
go. Oh, but you get the bonus.
Oh, he got the bonus level. Keep shooting the coconuts, man.
That ammo. Yeah.
So if you notice when you look, Brad is now streaming from the gold. You'll notice that his image is stretched. But when I stream from the gold tonight, you're going to notice it's perfect and upscale. And I'm going to show you how I did that.
Oh no. 465.
At least he got that level. That helps out a lot.
Sorry, but you are
550. Okay, I got his score.
Okay.
With the gun.
46,550.
All right, I got that written down. Okay.
You got that written down?
46,550. I'll write it down and I'll add them up. 46,550.
Awesome. So, how about this? I'll step in next, and I'll play my game with the light gun, and then we'll get into Nick's, and then we'll get into Michael. Okay.
Right on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you
I have not played this before today. Today's my first day. So.
All right. I'm gonna give you the full treatment. I'm gonna give you the sound and everything. So you notice now on mine when you're looking at it, look at how sharp that looks, right? So, as someone that does a show on iiRcade and does YouTube content,
that looks great.
I want it to be, the way it's meant to be. So this is how the game is meant to be scaled. This is the proper aspect ratio. So before I start playing, I'm going to show you a really quick video on how I fixed the iiRcade Gold HDMI out from stretching the image. So what I did there is I hooked up what's called an M Classic. It's a video upscaler. So I plugged that directly into the HDMI out of the Gold. I added a 10-foot extension onto the USB, not to power it off the USB right from the Gold cabinet. And I just ran it to, and plugged that USB in external. And then I switched the M Classic to what's called retro mode. And what it does is it immediately fixes the aspect ratio and puts it the proper way.
Yeah, I already ordered mine. This is amazing.
It's an expensive fix, but it's something that I already had. And I've been saying for a while that I thought that this would fix it. But I was fine, doing all my streaming from the Gen 1 cabinet, but once Operation Wolf came out, it was time to try out my theory. I did it last night and it worked. And look how sharp
the image looks crisp. I mean,
look at that,
like
dude.
Sharpens the image too. I mean, it looks super crisp, way better than regular HDMI.
It upscales it like
beautiful,
way higher than what the actual image is. So
truly premium,
looked really clear there on the screen. But none of that is going to help me anyway.
Yeah, it's not going to matter. But
I mean, it can look.
But it looks great.
Yeah, it can look fantastic. But the gameplay is going to look horrible, Michael. But I'm also going to give you the sound
crisp.
And I didn't even.
It's crisp.
The white border here, yeah, that is for Sinden. So for iiRcade, we have it so that we detect it. So if a Sinden Lightgun is plugged in, then it's a Lightgun game essentially, then it detects that. And it will open the border essentially for it and rescale the game. If it's not plugged in with the Sinden Lightgun, it detects that as well. And when you launch it, it doesn't use the white border at that point. So
let's move my gameplay over. All right, are you ready to all point and laugh at me while I play this?
Yep.
I'm going to switch over. And I'm going to give you some good sound too, okay?
Awesome. Yeah, give us some good sound.
All right.
Yeah, it looks really good.
That looks fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait to capture video off using this M Classic. I'm gonna definitely use this on my channel.
No, is your audio not working?
I don't think so. I don't hear anything.
I think it is. I don't think it makes noise till you start up, huh?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it doesn't make it silent until you start the game.
Except for the
it doesn't make
you can turn it up a little bit, Brooklyn, if you can. Can you turn the volume up just a little bit? You turn the volume up, Brooklyn? I don't know if you can hear us.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Let's gotta turn the volume up on our headsets a little bit. There we go. I can hear it good now. There we go. Go Brooklyn.
Okay, like I was just shooting everything that moved. Tell me how to play this game correctly, Michael, because I have no idea what I'm doing.
So
what should I be doing while I'm playing this game?
I do burst firing at least for this game. It depends. If it's a vehicle, like Nick was saying, you hold it in for sure.
Do you get more points for shooting the vehicles, or?
I would say so. Yeah. I don't pay attention to the score.
Same.
When I'm shooting.
Survival.
There are bonus.
I noticed they throw grenades at you. I mean, do you need to hit those grenades
before they explode?
Yeah. Grenades, knives. Yeah.
You have a small window to attack each enemy when they appear on the screen before they actually will do damage.
Before they shoot at you.
Right, so you gotta be quick.
Yeah,
because you can actually make it to the end of this level without actually taking any damage.
You'll notice that like there's a lot of enemies on screen at some point. However, the only enemies that are actually attacking you are ones that flash white. Those are the ones you want to primarily focus on.
So like, the flashing white means that they're attacking. Okay.
Yeah, so if a dude is just in the background and he's not flashing white, you don't necessarily have to take care of him yet because they'll go off scene and then they'll come back later.
Okay.
So that's really how you like stay alive in later levels, is really like focusing on the white flashing players.
It becomes more and more important. They attack.
Yeah, because your health pool later on just gets dwindled down so fast.
Yeah, but that's when you get to the village, the rest level. If you get past the jungle and then get through the village, you heal pretty much full health.
And I can't wait to watch you guys play because you're getting a lot further than I'm getting. So I'm gonna get to see.
So this one's dicey because you pretty much are near death near the end. There is a health power up near the end, so you have to make it there. So that's why you want to save your grenades from the first level.
Yeah,
so
I did get to see the end boss of this screen once. That's the one that has the hostage, right?
Yeah,
that has the girl. Now, how do you kill that? How do you kill him without hitting the hostage?
Shoot him and not the girl.
Yeah,
it's like he puts the girl in front of him.
No, you have to shoot. For the first couple shots have to be to the left, and then he'll move to the other side, so you shoot him on the right side. So he alternates that. Now with the grenades here, you want to try to use them when there's like a lot of vehicles clustered together, so you can use take 3 out in one go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna point this out. This is not a shoot 'em up. These are not screen clearing grenades. They just have like a blast radius.
Get that health, Brooklyn.
They won't kill all the baddies. They just kill like a circle. There's like a blast radius.
Oh, he's done. 52-3. 0-0.
Sorry, but you are finished. Here.
Oh man, good stuff, brother. He fought valiantly, but in the end, he succumbed to that insanity at the end. Oh my god!
52-300.
I was playing in here. Thanks. I was playing in here with no sound because I don't have it. I have to get really good sound from the game. I have to plug something in to the headphone jack and turn the volume all the way up.
You can crank the sound a little louder. A little bit.
Right.
It can go a little louder.
I figured it was loud enough. All right, so that's my score so far playing with the Sinden. Let's bring in Nick's center screen.
All right.
Let's see what he can do.
Is there any audio?
There's not.
No, I turned it up. I turned it up. Is there no audio coming from my speakers? Yeah, let me reset the game because it's been sitting idle for a while. That's weird. Just reload it. Well, it's working there.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Well, there we go. That's weird. Okay, we have audio. We're good.
All right.
Let's crank it a bit more so you can hear it a little bit better. I don't know how it's going.
Tomorrow, I'm putting on the force feedback, the kickback, and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just crank up the goal.
Yeah.
I cannot pass that second level.
Yeah, I did earlier tonight. I won quartered up to 161.
I didn't use one bomb in the first level, and it didn't kick in that little bonus level in the middle that Brad got.
Yeah, it's still hard to say if that's like if it's random or what.
Nix is starting out strong.
Doing good, no damage yet.
So I see Ronan has my score up there. So I beat you, Brad, so far. Nick's making that first level look easy.
There we go. Yes, we did. All right, here we go. This is the tough one. 60 enemies and then 8 of those, and 16 of those boats. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, you didn't get the bonus level.
Whoops.
Oh no.
Oh, shot the nurses. So you can run out of ammunition if you don't keep shooting the little clips.
Yep.
I see it shows he has 2 clips left. So it's kind of like a risk doing rapid fire.
Yeah. So I think burst firing is better, but it all depends.
I was doing a little both on my playthrough. I was only like rapid firing on the tanks and helicopters.
Dude, I was straight up scar facing it. I was just shooting everything.
Look at that. I never even got this far.
Look at this.
Yes, this is the first hostage. Oh,
he killed the hostage.
He killed the hostage.
He killed the hostage, but he still got through it. So, can you shoot the guy that's surrendering?
No.
No.
All right, let's see what we can do here. The village. A little bit easier. Hopefully I can make it to the end.
We're on level 3.
Village is easy street compared to level 2. You'll be fine.
This game is super impressive for a game that came out in the late 80s.
That's what I'm saying. I was blown away by this game.
I love this game. I mean,
in the arcade.
I mean, come on. It has girls in swimsuits just randomly running out in the middle of a battlefield. What could be better than that? It's like Pamela Lee Anderson just running out in the middle of the game.
See, now there's lots of little hostages and stuff running out.
I know, the difficulty's ramping up. That's it. That's all she wrote. 94,200.
I'll take it.
1 quarter.
Respectable.
Let's see if I can get.
Oh, you should have seen me earlier, man. I did 160.
Yeah, we see your giant score over there. But this is the only one that counts.
No, that was multiple quarters, that giant score on the leaderboards.
94,200 for Nix. Good job.
1 quarter.
All right. So let's bring up
I don't know if
Michael.
I don't know if you're getting audio from me or not.
That's fine.
Okay.
We'll talk our way through it. I think we're about to see a full playthrough here. I don't know.
There's no way.
Good job, Nix.
All right, thank you. That was awesome.
Respectable. Respect. Now we're gonna get to see the master.
That King Crail says terrible, Nix. Not every playthrough's the same, brother.
Yep. Nix is a machine. That's what Biggie D says. Rainwater says, was that the kid from Paperboy running across the screen?
Right. Yeah.
It could have been. We're going
sound on Michael's gameplay, but it's fine.
We're going in full silent mode here. We're going stealth ninja.
I wasn't prepared to.
That's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Focus on the gameplay. Michael's doing a solid run, not taking much damage. Strategically, he's burst firing. That is the way, apparently.
I don't think I shot that truck on my first play. I can't remember if I seen that.
Picking up the extra ammo.
I
Now,
guarantee he's gonna get the
Brooklyn,
bonus
I don't know
level.
if you can answer this, but like, can you reload, or do you just have to run out of bullets for it to reload?
It seems to just reload on its own.
It does
when
not.
you
You
run
don't
out. But
actually
you can
have
run
an
out of
option
ammunition
to-
if
No,
you're
you
not
run out.
shooting
You run
those
out.
clips.
You're kind of screwed. You can only shoot the clips when they appear. The game will be generous. I remember I ran out of ammo at the end of the game, and I was going up to the sky and shooting the helicopters before the boss.
And I just noticed on the scoreboard, there's like hostages and enemies, and then you have what? People, helicopters, and tanks?
Yeah,
That's total to clear.
You have to clear the level. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So
That's why the
learn a little
jungle's
bit about
brutal,
the mechanics
'cause
of the game.
There's 60.
All right, he didn't get the bonus level. I can't figure out what it is that
Did not get the coconut.
you
level.
got it, Brad.
I got it. It just
you were
it
like
just liked
shooting.
me.
Maybe you got to shoot.
I
the
was
nurses.
going full on Scarface, just shooting everything.
Yeah.
Now, does it take away points if you shoot the people with the stretcher? There's the paper boy.
But I wouldn't call it a bonus level because it takes away your health and ammunition for when you actually have to get back to the game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
you don't want to
it
shoot.
takes
The,
health
I don't-
away.
oh, Michael's shooting the nurses.
I think it's a hindrance, if anything.
Okay. Yeah. And it does sneak up on you. Before you know it, you don't have any life.
That's what I think that bonus level does. It takes some of your life, and then boom, you get back into the next level, and you have less life than what you could have had if you didn't have that bonus level. So I
Now,
was
what do the
fortunate.
vultures and pigs do?
Extra ammo.
Extra
The
ammo?
the
They
pigs,
drop
I'm
ammo?
not too sure. I
Is
haven't.
Michael out?
I'm
Is
out.
he out?
I'm out.
With
I told
40
you I wasn't going to do too good on that one.
49,000?
49,000.
Someone, someone put that in the chat.
Michael. 49,000 for light.
That's how it goes sometimes.
See, John's talking the big game.
Look, this ain't my
Teaching
game.
Michael
I
a
never,
lesson here, man.
I never talk myself up
pulling
on this
up on the
game.
Friday
This is
night
not my
arcade
game.
show.
Dang, man, our ringer is good. Nix is holding his own. We got the ringer.
All right, Brad.
That's how we do with
It's
the
time
stick,
for you to
but-
put that Sinden down, and
Oh,
let's see
man,
what
are you
can
kidding me?
do.
Joystick.
Yeah, let's see what you
Now, I
can do.
unplugged it. What do I have to do to make sure it goes to joystick?
You don't have just
You don't
play
have
it.
to,
You just play
it.
You can literally
Can
can
it
keep the
still be
Sinden
plugged in and I
just
can
put
play
it
the
down.
joystick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
don't have the gun pointing at the screen. That's all.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
put
I
the
have
gun down.
over here. Okay, let me put it on. Okay, let's see. Hold on a second. That's the wrong one. There it is. Okay, I'm good.
In fairness, I lost a lot of blood today in real life, so I'm not blaming on that.
Stop making excuses.
No, well done though. It's a tough game. It really is.
It's always that second level is either like it's hit or miss for me. You either
It
make
is.
it through, you
It
don't.
is.
Yeah, it's
I
a
was
tough
fortunate. I was fortunate to get through this time, but yeah, the village got me.
game. All right, Brad. I better not hear any trigger pulling. What is that? All right, that's a stick. No, okay, you could tell the difference. This is not doing
Rainwater.
that
Hey, I played it on
wobbly
NES, and yeah, I was awesome there.
So I don't know who's keeping score because I've literally,
I got it.
I'm not even paying attention.
I got the score. So right
Okay.
now, I'm in first place, followed by you, Brooklyn, then Michael, and then Brad. This stick version could make a break.
It's gonna break me big time.
Christ, I might do worse on this thing. I've only played it with trackball.
So who had the lowest on the first run with the Sindens? Was it Brad?
Yeah,
What did Brett get?
46,550. Oh, he's out of ammo. Shoot the mag, shoot the mag,
You could shoot the mag.
shoot the mag.
They're so hard to shoot the joystick.
Yeah, because he's panicking at this point. I would
Yeah.
just go for that other mag. Well, shoot that bird, that crow, whatever that thing is. Vulture.
Oh, the vulture, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if somebody gets like the free ammo bullet too, that'll be fun. Because it's super random.
All
I
right.
got it. I got that one down.
You must join.
He ran out of ammo.
He did. Wow.
Wow.
He fought valiantly.
All right, 1855.
All right. Well, that means it's my turn to go back in, play this with the sticks.
Okay, with a grand total.
That is way harder. It was so much easier with the Sinden.
Yeah, quicker reflexes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get used to it. But I want to do that little twist, and I wanted us to have to play it both ways.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Hollywood, for cheering for me.
So the overall total score to beat right now is 65,100.
Wait, Nix, what did you get in the first round?
Well, this is the combination of Brad, what he just did there from his first score to second score. So that's his grand total.
Okay.
So that's the score to beat. So Brooklyn, you just need to probably just not even score 20,000. But yeah, you can already tell the difference.
Yeah. The Sinden is so much more natural. Hey man, I'm partying.
I can't wait to give it a try.
I'm celebrating.
I haven't played it with the joystick yet.
Yeah, it's doable because we made it through the joystick to the end. It's definitely a different experience though.
Shout out to the people that can make it through to the end of this game using nothing but a joystick. Extra respect.
Back to my poor QA team. We're still feeling it, I think.
Oh, it's like night and day. I'm probably gonna do the same.
It almost looks like a little cola bottle for your health.
Yeah, I still don't know what like the health.
And it has a P in it. What is that all about?
Well,
why does it have the letter P in it?
I think
power.
It's power.
Oh, power.
Or like
power. That makes
strength.
sense.
Because it's physical strength. That's what it is. But like, I don't know what it's.
Oh, we got it.
Brooklyn is bringing it.
He just
bringing it with some joystick play. Proving that Operation Wolf is completely playable with the joystick and the Sinden Lightgun. Boy. It's a good thing you saved the worst for first. That was embarrassing.
Oh, there you go.
I love the chickens and the girls and the crazy things that run out. These games are so cool. You know, another game that's like this is Cabal and Blood Brothers. They just have the coolest. They have the coolest things that just randomly appear while you're playing. We got Brooklyn coming in with 38,850.
Got that down.
38,850 for Brooklyn Menace. What did you add them up? 38,850.
Overall score is 91,150.
I would say it's definitely you can definitely play it with the sticks. It's not. It's actually not that bad. Obviously, you know it's great having the Sinden and everything. It's different. You can't just hold the button down and rapid fire. You gotta. That's at least what I just think I noticed. You had to keep hitting the button to do it. It's not like on the Sinden you can just hold the button and it will rapid fire.
It rapid fires with A.
Did it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Hold it down. It worked for me.
Okay.
Hold down. Yeah.
I'm playing with no sound, so.
Yeah, it worked. You could hold it down and it would rapid fire.
All right, so I guess
that's why I ran out of bullets quickly.
Are you up next? Who's up next?
I'm up next.
All right, you ready to play this with sticks?
It's
How am I doing so far?
Is it good or bad to shoot the pig? Rainwater just asked.
It's good to shoot the pig.
Right now,
shoot the pig.
You're in second place because I have 94,000 on my first run, so I still have more points after.
How does this guy? I literally played twice and he's still beating me.
Not the brag, but you know, I got 94,000 in my first
get past
run.
That second level, it's gonna happen. Because I think the boss is with 20K in the first or in the second level.
You get massive points. All right,
now the high score is pretty high on this game. Huh? It's like 160 something just to get to the high score on the machine. Like your stock high score is pretty high.
That's like stage 3 though.
Stage 3 is about that. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you play it, you're going to get there eventually.
Yeah, you'll start to
stick with it. Don't give up.
Did the audio cut out again? It did. That's weird.
I don't think the audio starts till the game starts, huh?
No, there should be some audio.
It should have been
Is
audio
there?
there.
There should have been audio. That's weird when I just let it sit idle.
That's
Yeah,
weird,
because
I've been
this
idle
is
this
it.
whole time too.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You should hear this in the
Okay,
track
cool.
mode. Yeah, yeah. That's weird.
Is he like duct taping grenades to his leg?
Yeah, like that's not brilliant. Like he just
That doesn't seem like a very good
You gotta get
military
strapped to that
strategy.
thing.
I'm just gonna duct tape these grenades to my leg.
There we go.
We got Nick's coming in so far with a significant lead. Yeah. T's letting me know from Arcade Talking Star Wars reviews. He says Papa Brad, not so good. Dude, the game fight got me. I mean, Brooklyn just showed so many games. I got quite a buzz going. This is a fun one. Nick's doing pretty good.
Even though we can't see him, you can't fake it if you're on the sticks because see how smooth it's going?
Yeah, you can see the difference. Yeah.
Mm.
There we go.
All right.
He made it through
Michael, I was
level one.
surprised. You were right. You guys did balance it out. Like you kind of got it to that
it's
perfect
playable.
level. It's not too fast. It's not too slow.
Too slow, yeah.
No, it's
But
playable.
still controllable.
It's very similar to the trackball I've played it with. Yeah. You just it's a feel thing. You just got to get used to it. Yeah.
Ichabod says 3 beers. And we're going into you got the bonus level.
You got the
Get them
bonus level.
coconuts.
You didn't get the helicopter one too. You got the guys.
You got the guys and you got the coconuts, the vulture. Nix is making some points.
Oh, I missed that coconut.
I always say like at the end there's that stuff you can't shoot, but you can see it, but you can't get any points anymore.
You gotta be quick.
2,000 points for getting a coconut.
Oh no. Paperboy.
Shooting the paper boy. There goes Rainwater, the pig. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Did I just say that out loud? He was talking about the pig.
Yeah.
I get those. Get those.
He's doing really well.
Yeah.
I'm yet to pass this second level. Even when I played it over at iiRcade headquarters, this is where I lost.
Yeah, I got to see the boss once in the second level, but that's good because like if I could immediately beat the
Almost
game,
made it to the boss.
if I can immediately beat the game, I know I'm not going to get much value out of it.
What do you think, Nix, after playing it with the sticks? Because I always feel like that anyone with a Sinden is not even going to think about trying that. But
It's not bad. You just it's a feel thing. Because sometimes I was moving it, overshooting it. But
And Rainwater's putting up the pig emoji.
No, it's playable.
All right, well, let's see what Michael can do playing with the sticks.
Completely playable with the sticks. I almost
Dude,
made it
it'd
to
be
the second
funny.
boss.
It'd be funny if you got to like level 6 using the stick.
No
Come
way.
on, Michael, show us how it's
Right
done.
now.
Now,
Show us how it's done, Michael.
Do we play better with the gun? Absolutely, we all do. The scores prove it.
The gun, literally, the gun was so natural.
It wasn't that much
I
better.
immediately fell in love with the game. Like right after playing it, it just feels great. It's like the first time you play Duck Hunt. You know, it just feels good. It works.
Everybody, the scores don't lie.
I'm not trying to
Everybody's score is way
complain, but
better.
I kind of screwed myself
God.
because I went right in between levels. I went to switch the view on the show, and the level had already started. So I kind of screwed myself by doing that.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I adjust my sound and I mess up.
But substantially better all across the board.
See, he's playing. He's accurate with it.
He's doing good.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes you overshoot it. Yeah,
He's going for the
you
vulture.
try to line
but
up your
he
shot and
knows-
you're just
He
off.
knows.
He knows
Knows what he's
because
doing.
he's had who knows how many months, testing this out. So he knows he has the feel down already for the sticks. But I feel like if anyone who doesn't, whether you have a gold and don't have a Sinden Lightgun at the moment,
try it out. See if you like it. You can try every game too for
man.
30 minutes. You got 30 minutes to check it out.
It's kind of like it turns into a different type of game,
Console fanboys asking, so how do you like it, Brad in Brooklyn?
We love it.
I love it. With the Sinden,
console fan.
with the Sinden, it's amazing. It feels great. I mean, it's fantastic with the Sinden.
And it's easy. Just plug it in.
To me, I'm going to get the
the game
full
and
experience tomorrow when I could crank up the gold cabinet and turn on the kickback on the Sinden.
Dude.
If I would have done that tonight, this show would have been way entertaining because you would have heard
Brooklyn.
my
I
wife
put out a sneaky video, a quick one. The first time I played it, I had my volume cranked up, and it was just the very first game I played, and I just filmed it. I put it up on YouTube.
This freaking thing is loud, dude.
Yeah. I cranked my system up. I had everything cranked up. It was awesome. What an experience.
All right, look at him go.
Can't hit the ammo. Oh no.
And this is how, Michael, this is how you show up on the leaderboards too, as light.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
44,000, doing good. He's got lots of life left. He's got one bomb. He's got one bomb in reserve.
There he goes.
That's it.
I don't know. So, like, what happened here?
Ran out of ammunition, just like Papa Brad. He Scarfaced it. He used too much ammunition.
And the funny thing is
the bad guy
Michael's
now?
score is very comparable to his for both the gun and the joystick. He plays just as well.
Yeah, it's just a weird. Usually, guns a little easier for sure.
So what happened? Who won?
I believe. I'm pretty sure.
Well, yes, I did win, but in second place we have Michael with 96,850.
Congratulations!
Did I at least get third?
I was gonna say
you got third with 91,150.
That's
right, Brad.
Papa
You hear
Brad
that,
with
Brad?
65,000.
Yes.
Third place, Brad.
Yes.
Beat Brad. That's all that matters.
Congratulations.
That is
what I was
all that
trying to
matters. I mean, as long as you beat me, you felt like you've accomplished something.
Well done, everybody.
By
That was
tomorrow, he'll have
fantastic.
a full playthrough on the game.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Awesome job. See that, dude?
Yeah. It's very strong recoil on that one.
Really strong. I did that too, but it will run out of steam after a while if you keep doing
that's
that.
the solenoid on it. That's like the hardware.
And that's Sinden.
limitation.
It has nothing
I
to do-
think it
yeah.
does that so it doesn't burn it out. I think it
it's
could burn it out, huh?
The actual coil inside the spring, it's a spring essentially, right? So I think that just loses tension essentially.
Yeah.
And then you have to let it go, and then it recharges kind of quick.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the Sinden gun is amazing. I mean, the actual Sinden gun that works with it is amazing.
We'll see. Maybe Glenn
Good call.
Sindens can fix that a little bit. The solenoids staying less powerful or staying full power the whole time. We'll see.
So he has like his own kind of light gun coming out.
GRS is working with Sinden directly. Yeah.
Nice.
So
I'm looking forward to his.
Yeah, I like Glenn. Glenn's cool.
The whole deck that he might have. He seems like he has like a push pull spinner on there.
Push ball spinner, track ball. Yep. Yeah.
The push pull spinner would be great for Gox.
He's going to have the gate switcher where we can go from perfect 4-way control to perfect 8-way control.
Yeah.
I have the gate. I am spoiled. I have the gate switcher right now. I can use it. I modded my cabinet. But this is like you'll just be able to plop this control panel in there, and you can go from perfect 4-way to perfect 8-way control. So for people that are into retro games, that's a big deal.
I think I'm going to put that one on my Gen 1.
I would for sure. That's where I have my 4-way to 8-way gate switcher, and I love it, man. I love playing all those retro games with the correct controls.
I might need another capture card to switch between the two cabinets.
At least capture cards are like $10.
You can get a capture card off of Amazon for like $20. It works great with iRcade. You don't need an expensive capture card.
My video quality from the cabinet
OG.
looked really sharp through the M Classic. That thing is amazing.
Yeah, that thing is really cool.
Yeah. Because like I was comparing just footage that looked really good off the Gen 1 when I wasn't running through that. It really makes it crisp, and and even like kind of
Yeah,
like
I can't
brightens
wait.
up the
I can't wait
colors
to
a
get
little
my
bit.
M Classic.
There's
I'm
the
on board.
solution
I'm on
right
board.
there.
Yeah, what's nice is
For streaming, that's going to be the ticket.
You can use it for other things too.
Oh, yeah.
Besides this,
It's supposed to be good for the Nintendo, huh?
Switch,
The
PlayStation.
Switch.
Anything.
Yeah. kind of works on anything. People use it. You have so many retro consoles, Brad. You can hook it up to your Dreamcast.
Oh, I know. I have
it's
so
just
much
kind of
retro
like
stuff. It's insane. I have
what
the
it does is
Dreamcast,
like
all that stuff that I stream.
if you watch it, like what it does seems minimal, but when you see it, like the difference, it just cleans up the image. It does a great job.
Try with the projector.
Rainwater's trolling in the chat. He says iiRcade Platinum will have the gate switcher stock and maybe a splinter. A splinter? A spinner.
iiRcade Platinum.
Good gosh,
Michael's
Brad.
like, please give me a break.
Platinum. Did we just talked about hardware
iiRcade Platinum.
We talked about hardware today. No Platinum coming.
Dude, they got you guys
You
coming.
heard
out
it here
with
first.
Evercade
You heard it here
consoles,
first on the
like
Friday Night
everything.
Arcade.
All kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah,
Like,
we've got consoles. That's right. The iiRcade's gonna be a console.
you guys are really good though at like keeping secrets. Huh?
Yeah,
Go
we try
on,
to be.
man.
We try to be pretty locked down, but at the same time, we'd like to tell you guys as much as we can. So
Yeah.
that's why we do the show.
I gotta be honest. Half the
Hype.
time, like I don't even care to know.
I don't care now almost
I like
either,
the
'cause,
surprise.
like,
It's fun.
I do like the surprise. It gives me something to look forward to. Like I feel like if I knew everything, it wouldn't be as exciting.
Yeah, especially if you know months in advance and stuff like that too. It's So we get some
but,
of that
but
stuff.
that
but
doesn't
we-
mean I want you to keep me in the dark either. But
know.
I mean, you know what I mean. But
I like when you guys did.
I love the iiRcade.
I like when you guys last year, like that one night, you guys just went nuts. It's just game after game. When you announced Moon Patrol,
Mhm.
like you just announced a lot of games
all-
trying to give the timeline.
Yeah, I
it
remember
was
that batch.
fun.
Yeah,
It was
I
fun.
did like when they had the schedule and the games
Yeah.
pretty much came, and then we even got some early.
Mhm.
We got a few games we got released
like
early. We weren't even
Surprise-
expecting to get them,
surprise
and we got them
drops.
early. It was like Christmas, and we got the game early to play.
Yeah. Yeah, Ninja Spirit came like 2 weeks before Christmas, which was 2 weeks early or 3 weeks early. Yeah.
I like that. Like if you could do that again, I'm just going to tell you, as a player of iiRcade and a fan of iiRcade, that was huge. That was a really good.
I'd like to do like a
release the
roadmap
way
and a
you did it.
schedule when we can. But it's just we can't all the time too. It's less often than not right now, just with how licensing works for us at our company. It's a little different, right? So even though we have certain things planned, sometimes it's kind of spur of the moment a lot of the time. So like it's like I can announce this, I can announce that, I can't announce this, I can't announce that. So I can't really always make a schedule, which is the problem. So when I can, that's when we do it, like in those situations. So
Yeah, you had the whole group of games. You had
You got
Yeah.
a lot of
Toki,
pans in the fire at once, huh?
Blood
Like
Brothers.
you've probably got
Cabal.
independent companies. Indies are probably working on games for iiRcade. You've got all kind of things going on.
Dude, every one of those games was fun. Like we really enjoyed
DRM games.
those.
Yeah, that was like
yeah.
Vigilante and stuff too. Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
game. That's fun.
I know.
IREM games are so underrated for some reason. IREM
Heated
is like
Barrel.
one of my top companies for arcades that I never honestly played in the arcade, which is crazy because they're so good. So
One of my scores still up there. I think it was in the top 2 or 3 in the Vigilante.
Nick's
he-
was like ridiculous in Blood Brothers and Cabal.
Played an insane amount of
I
that.
haven't
oh,
even
the
beat
TAD,
both
the
of
TAD
them.
games. Yeah.
Yeah.
TAD
Oh yeah.
competition.
That's what I was
love the
talking
TAD
about.
games.
That when you guys like announced the timeline for those, I enjoyed every one of those games.
Yeah,
I was familiar with everyone except for Heated Barrel. That was the only one I had never played before. I played through that now, I think 2 or 3 times. It's fun. It's a great
good
little
game.
run and gun.
Yeah.
I like games like that where they're just not going to make games like that anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude.
Yeah.
like the characters.
That's
in
what I love
it,
about
it's just
iiRcade. They're just there's so much competition. It always makes you go back. Like, look, Vigilante. Look at that. I've been bumped to
man,
number 3.
The sequel to Kung Fu Master.
Look at that. We've got 2 people with the
max
maximum
score.
score.
Vigilante, I beat that.
Max-
I beat that one. I only played
max
that
score.
like once or twice.
Max score.
Point push.
One game I think I'm going to hold my record.
Oh, Brad, Michael, Brad,
Challenge the
completely.
people, the
He did
Don't
like
take
a
me out.
cheat.
Amazing. Well done.
He just kept letting the characters keep spawning.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's
Yeah, he stayed
I
in
think
one
Vigilante-
space.
Yeah,
He just
that's
kept
how you get that
strategy,
score.
man. It's a strategy.
Freaking cheater.
That's how you do that in bad dudes at the end.
He like
Yeah.
stayed there for like 2
Strategy.
hours.
Sit there
and-
and-
Play.
Yeah.
It's weird. There's actually weirdly like not a lot of exploits in arcade games, surprisingly enough. A lot of times you think that there would be, but there's typically not.
No, because they want your money.
Oh,
keep putting the quarters in.
That's a fun one though. I like the theme of that game. The
There you
vigilante
go.
game.
Okay, I'm challenging everyone in the iiRcade community right now. It's time to take Papa Brad out.
Am I on there? Yeah.
Number
I'm up there.
1 in Pop Flamer. No one's even coming
Oh,
close.
forget about
I don't
that
even
game.
have
I'll
that
tell you what, anyone that beats me in this game, I will give them
It's so freaking
any
hard.
piece of merch off of my store. You can look at my store. You can pick the most expensive piece of merch, and I will send it to you for
You're not going to
free.
get past the first level.
Come take me out in Pop Flamer. This is a great classic game from the an 80s era game.
That one and Naughty Boy.
Naughty
Not a boy. Not a boy. I have max score.
I don't know how he did that.
Well, I might have to give it a shot.
They're fun, man. I like sometimes like you'll look at the picture of a game, a still picture, and you just pass on it.
Yeah.
That's what happened with like Zero Eyes, like the
Yeah, Zero Eyes is actually a good game though. Like,
yeah, we
Look
played
at the
that.
score.
it's like a surprise.
9,999, 140. Take me out. I
That's
dare
like
you.
Mr. Miami Cuddle's favorite game on the
Come take
iiRcade.
me out
Really?
in this
He
game.
loves
So
that one.
funny.
Yeah. So
I love this
he
game.
requested that we
Pop
play
Brad
it. We
flexing
played
over
it
here.
like
Cuddles
2 or
wants-
3 weeks ago. in
Cuddles
one
loves the
challenge.
modern games, but then
I'm
he
just
can't-
flexing with these old 80s retro
He
games.
loves that one.
Yeah.
I did do a show called the iiRcadians Retro
Mhm.
where I talked about these games. These games
The
are
Papa
fun.
Brad
Don't
show.
write them
Hold on.
off.
Hold on, Michael. There we go.
Sorry.
Go, Brad. All right. Yeah, Brad is too good at those games. I don't know how he figures them out, but
I mean,
like,
it's any 80s game. Like even Miss Pac-Man, like the Arcades Anonymous guys were shocked how good I was at Miss Pac-Man. I mean, it's just something about 80s games. I just love these. I still collect Atari cartridges, but I love these 80s games. And the iiRcade is a balance. You get the new, you get the really old retro games, you get a little bit of everything. That's why I like it.
shout out to Console Fanboy with that $9.99 super chat. It's great to see Michael playing games with his friends, always listening to what customers want and delivering new products. Refreshing to see someone that doesn't lie to their customers. Hashtag respect.
Yeah,
I don't know who he's talking about, Michael.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah. No, yeah.
But thank you for the super
Thank you.
chat.
That's boy.
I'm sure that we'll pay for Brooklyn's next beer.
There you go.
Yeah, like I was telling Michael before, like this show, like this is not like you come over here, we're hanging out, we're playing games.
It's
It's
a
not
chill
about
stream.
like the hard hitting questions. We
Well, this
just
is-
kind of like hang out
yeah.
and have
Yeah.
fun.
That's what I like
Had a
too. I
great
mean,
time.
We're all fun, no drama.
yeah, we got enough new shows and things like that too. It's nice to just play games, honestly, because that's what we make these for, to be played, right? So
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's part of the whole theme of this show is we enjoy getting together every week. We look forward to Fridays, whether the games that come out we are happy about or not. Someone likes them.
Yeah.
We enjoy the
Not
back
every game's
catalog,
for everyone.
and
You know,
we-
not
and
every
we have
game's for
fun.
everyone, but there's something for everyone.
playing
That's
them
what I
against
like.
each other, talking about them. So that's what we do here every week.
Yep. And we
Yeah.
take in all that feedback too. We look, I see all the games in chat all the time too. So
Oh yeah, I mean,
don't you
when-
guys worry, we know.
like Cuddles, like dude,
Why
like
not?
he'll have a list.
Oh, yeah.
like for
And
the
they're good
next
games
year.
too. They're always good games
They
too.
are.
It's just always, again, licensing can be tricky too. Sometimes it's super easy, sometimes it's super hard, sometimes it's just so obscure that it's beyond anything logical that you could ever think of.
When we
happens.
got all Galacticon and Saturn, I mean, those
Yeah.
games are so awesome. I mean,
I mean,
like,
Saturn was a nice one because Saturn literally, I think, took me like 2 weeks with Maybell real quick to just be like ported over. So
and
We
people love
knew
it.
Saturn was
People
coming, but
love it. I think
was-
Biggie D said it's one of his favorite games. Is it still one
It
of your
is.
favorites?
He
Biggie
said he
D?
plays
I
that
love
every
game.
day.
If it isn't, it should
I
be.
love that game. It's you know, some people say it's better than Robotron. I don't know if I can do the sacrilege of saying that, but it is
I've
definitely
played both.
just as
It
good.
is.
It's just as good as
It holds
Robotron.
its own as a twin stick shooter. in that style, especially. So
in a lot of ways, it's better because you have the randomization where you don't know what's like Robotron. Everything's in a set pattern, you know. So like once you learn the game mechanics, like it just repeats over and over. But Saturn, every level is randomized, so it's never know what you're going to get. Plus, you got the bosses, you got little keepers that jump in there. I love those keepers. That was the coolest thing the first time I saw one.
I'm Cuddles bringing up Asteroid Arcade. He sent me this game, and yeah, I could tell I'm going to enjoy it. It starts out very simple. You could tell the developer has a sense of humor, like jokes around a lot with the little things. And no, I didn't give up on it yet. It's just that when I got it, it was so late at night. I only got like 1 or 2 chances to play it, or else I would have been up all night. But I could see I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I know our tiny community. We love Gunsuit Guardians.
Gunsuit
Guardians is very popular. With this little community of people we hang with, everyone's playing that game.
I've never played it still, but I am fully aware of this game. Yes.
Yeah. It's really good.
You're allowing this game now.
I mean, they took that Vampire Survivors style game, but they added a few things to it. It's got great retro sounds to it. And man, like we got like a whole little club going. You know, like Cuddles will bring up these games and then we all start playing them and go, so we've been having fun with a lot of those games. I usually will at this time of the show wind up playing one, Yeah. But man, yeah, the Gunsuit Guardians. That is really good. Something about those games, like they just have that addictive quality to it. And I think if any one of them lands on the iArcade, even if some people think, oh, what is this? I'm not going to like it.
Of course.
Once they play it and get it, they're these style games that when you're not playing them, you're thinking about playing them. You're planning your strategy on the next time that you're going back in. So
not to change the subject, but like in the Tetris movie that they just put out, the Tetris movie that just came out, I watched that like last week. And it's funny, they talked about the Tetris effect where people, like when they play the game a lot, they'll actually see the blocks in their sleep. It's pretty crazy.
Yep. All right, fellas. I think we did it. I think this was a success. I mean, Michael did win. Yes, that was successful. So I got some kind of revenge for that snowboard championship loss.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Michael. Yeah, it shows that, iArcade's in touch with the community, Yeah,
I mean, we wouldn't be here without you guys too. So of course, and we do. I know it seems like it might fall on deaf ears, all the games and stuff all the time too. It does not. I promise you that. It's just you gotta be patient.
Things take time. Like
we're patient. Yeah.
What is it like? People we're spitting out titles. Sorry, I don't know what I'm pressing buttons here.
Wow.
But I'm just saying, like you're getting hit with 100 different titles.
Yeah.
Requests. Yeah.
I've
seen those.
Like you got, of course,
Carter with all
the modern retro stuff that he plays on Steam.
On the iArcade right now, or 350?
Something around there. There's like just below 400 right
There's
now.
like so many games on the iArcade. Like the library is so packed. Like people don't even know what they can get. I think I think iArcade's struggle is to get people to realize all the games they already have too. Because there's so many good games on the machine that you can get.
Well, yeah. Plus, you have to feed both audiences, right? Of both
the retro, the modern.
Right? Yeah. So some people exclusively want retro titles. We understand that. And some people want exclusively modern titles. And a lot of people want a mix, right? So it's probably about like 60-40 towards modern, I would say, honestly, at least, if not a little bit more, right? Yeah. But then on top of that, you still want a mix of everything, right? So it's like if we get like major AAA retro titles too, of course, like a lot of people, even if they want the modern games, they still want those titles too. So even if they say they're not, a lot of times they do. So we're totally aware of that. So it's kind of a thing that we always have to fight with, right? So it's, do you spend more time doing this? Do you spend more time doing that? The answer is we do both, honestly, too. And we do contact all these developers all the time too. And again, us just contacting developer or you contacting developer too, even, and them contacting us, it doesn't always mean it's a yes either too. It's usually not on our side. It's usually their side. They either don't have the development time or the resources and stuff themselves. It really depends too on some of those projects. So sometimes it can be easy. Sometimes it can be very difficult. Even with old school licensing games too, it can be such a pain sometimes where it's like the most obscure title you think should be so easy, and then all of a sudden there's 2 other people out of the woodwork who own rights to something, or like Sony Music owns a sound bite in this song, and you're just like, so now we got to pay Sony for that and stuff like that too. That's happened before. So there's always things that come into play. But
shout out too for like I love retro games, and you really do a great job optimizing the games. Like they don't come out, they play great on the iArcade.
We try,
and the emulation and the optimization you're doing is excellent. I just want to point that out. Like some of these games I've been playing them for a long time, but I really enjoy them the most on the iArcade because you've really curated them well, and you have them running well on the machine.
Yeah, I mean, that comes from a lot too, because I come from a big QA background as well, especially from like AAA at Bethesda and stuff and Blizzard and things. So like, I know when games play well and when they don't, or like at least
you know how to look for things like frame rate stuttering and things that would ruin the game experience. But
that's a lot of things too. You learn where to pinpoint these things, or like where there's like pressure points essentially, right? So like in certain titles, especially where you might have issues, and then you kind of look into that specifically, right? Yeah. So it's not just looking at the game as a whole, but looking at specific points too. You get used to that kind of stuff too. But beyond that,
for us old school gamers, like old Papa Brad here, we do love leaderboards, and you give us a plethora of leaderboards. There's so many games you can score chase on iArcade. It's just fantastic for that, and I want to thank you for that. So leaderboards mean something to like the retro gamers. Mm-hmm. We like to, and the community's small enough that you know a lot of people.
Yeah,
which makes it even cooler, when you're playing the games.
Yeah, and we'll keep adding more leaderboards too. And we want to make more like robust leaderboards. That's definitely on the list too. I think Kevgrat brought it up today too, where if you could see like light gun versus joystick gameplay for the score and things like that, little details. Those ones are a little technically trickier, but they're not impossible. And like plus, I just want other things. Maybe you get like seasonal leaderboards and things like that too. So different competitions and different ways to play to bring you kind of back into playing those games to give the games more life too. Because especially with arcade games, sometimes you can beat them in 20-30 minutes, right? And then it's kind of like, what do you do after that, right? So to add more longevity to the game, of course, you want to add more features to it as best as you can, or other ways of playing, right? So so we'll keep doing that kind of stuff too. It's just, I know you don't see it quite yet necessarily too, but these are 100% things that we think about all the time too, that we're working on different features and stuff for you guys. So we just can't talk about it.
It'd be cool. Obviously you can't talk about it, but it'd be nice to have little challenges in certain games, things you have to do built into it, like weekly stuff that we can do. We try to, we try to get creative with all our shows, the way we play the games against each other. But yeah, it would be amazing having it built right.
The other thing we hear just as ears in the community is, and I'm sure you've heard this a gazillion times, so you can scoff when I say it, but a lot of people want to see some kind of lobby or some way of seeing who's playing what games where on the machine.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. That's 100% coming.
And I know that's 100% probably on your roadmap of things to do, but that's something we hear a lot from just
more robust friends features is definitely on the list for online play, especially, right? Beyond actual online connectivity being even more improved than it is now too. But yeah, different other features I can't talk about there too. But yeah, like better friends features essentially, right? Jump in and play kind of things, especially, right? Like Papa Brad's online. Okay, cool. Like I'm going to jump. He's playing Double Dragon and his room is open and I can just jump into that too. Yeah. We're working on that kind of stuff. Yep.
Yeah. Cause right now we're doing it, shows going on, people in the chat room. Someone may mention they want to play a game online, and that's how they find someone.
Yeah, a lot of people, we're kind of friends now, so like we all can message each other, and say, hey, you want to play, you want to play a round of this game, and we'll play it, Yeah.
And of course, like certain things are easy, certain things are harder to. Nothing's ever easy in software, unfortunately. Bugs always happen, but like basic things like seeing your friends online and stuff like that too, right? Especially like those are definitely things that we know full-heartedly we can implement. It takes time because of course we have other projects going on too, and like we have to figure out what is priority and things like that. So because we are still a small team, but it will be coming, things like that, more robust friends features, and like an online lobby, a global lobby we've talked about already too. That's 100% coming.
I want to read this one little comment from Raven, who's a huge friend of the iArcadian show. He's been on a lot of our shows in the chat, but he says lobbies, friend features don't need to be robust. If we can see an open game, we can manually open the game and go there. We just need information to start is what he's looking for.
Yep. That's of course, like, that's like level 1 of release 2 with like a little bit more than that, essentially, probably, right? That's the base level that we'll be getting to first. And then beyond that, we would build off of that. Yep.
Of course, I'm sure you're going to a lot of the smaller developers that have good games to see if we can get them on iiRcade. Miami Tiger Arcade says smaller devs seem like they would have be a lot more supportive.
It seems like it, right? So
maybe not, right? Maybe they don't have the resources.
It's usually time. So it depends. Again, this all depends. Every developer is so different. Every licensing deal is so different for us too, right? So like a smaller developer, a lot of times what you'll have is they're either a hobbyist, so they have a full-time job on top of game development, so they just don't have the time to devote to it, or they've already moved on to another project and they just don't feel like doing anything with that game too. That happens a lot, honestly, too. Especially if it's like a game that's multiple years old, specifically for those kind of games. With a smaller developer, they're just like, well, it'd be cool, but like maybe the next game, who knows, right? And then maybe they're working on that project, and then we sign that project on, right? Instead, that's a stepping stone too that we do a lot. So it just depends. But yeah, again, it's never as easy as I think it is. So I wish it was. And logic never seems to work out either too, right? Again, a smaller developer you'd think would be so easy. Sometimes it just isn't for one reason or another. So, but yeah, I hear you.
Brad rage quit.
He did. He's done.
Yeah.
He's out.
He took the L tonight in Operation Wolf.
I know, right? I'm surprised by that too. I can't believe I died in stage 2, Nix. I'm not going to lie with the Lycan. I can't believe I didn't at least get to the hostage.
I knew it was going to be between you and
It's a tough stage.
Yeah.
I think I might have a chance. I just need to play a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, I appreciate everything you do. I'm like 50-50. I know that a lot of people are calling for like the modern games. I kind of like both. Like when I got it, I was really under the impression of more like of the retro games. Mm-hmm. But some of these modern ones that they're finding, they are a lot of fun to play. So,
thank you.
But yeah, I know it's like you're in a weird position. It's like you almost can't. Someone's gonna be disappointed every week. It's like it doesn't matter what you do.
100%. It's again
like that one game that was. And some games are divisive. Like I love that Castlevania clone, that Awakened Evil game. I love that game. Yeah. I played it till I finished it. But like you played it and you didn't like it, but like I saw like immediately it was like this is basically Castlevania.
Yeah,
so, I mean, not every game.
It's not that
everyone,
I didn't like it. It's one of those games where
it's frustrating.
I'll be more comfortable playing that with like a controller.
It's fair.
That would be cool.
I was having trouble hitting the stairs. I was falling
like if you
off.
could plug in an 8-bit DOE and play, but then again, it's an arcade. Like,
but I think the developer, what they did with that game is pretty amazing, Yeah.
And I really I like all the bosses in the game. That was one of the coolest things, getting through all the bosses.
It's the look of that game turns people off, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the problem, right? Don't judge a book by its cover kind of thing. But like the gameplay itself is very solid once you get into it, and the music is really good. But I know that the look immediately.
I like the look.
I actually kind of like the look.
I think they should have went. I think they should either went more retro, more like the original Castlevania, or more modern, and made it like a more modern graphic skin, or go very retro with a more 8-bit style.
That's a solo indie developer, right? It's just them. So like they're a really good designer and programmer, but they're not a good artist. Like that's just how it goes. Everybody can't be perfect at everything, right? So like the art works for the game, it's totally fine. But like there's two brothers, right? So like you can't do it all, right? They just might not be like the best artists necessarily, right? So like you can't just be like, why not do this art style? Because we can't, right? Kind of thing. So that's how that goes sometimes. But like,
shout out to them they love beheading the enemies though. There's more beheadings in that game than I think any game I've played in quite a while. But like I said, not every game's going to be for everyone, but you're offering something for everyone, and I think that is admirable.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got a super chat coming in. I'm gonna read it off.
Big money, big prizes. I love it.
Okay.
All right, shout out again to Console Fanboy. This time with a $4.99 super chat. If Run and Gun 2, Virtual Fighter 2, or Virtual Cop comes out, I'm making an iiRcade fan page and a second iiRcade channel.
I've heard this so many times.
Yeah, I think he would like it for a couple of weeks, And then once he got tired, but he has been pushing for that Run and Gun 2 game
for Run and Gun 2, especially, right?
For a while.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised this year with what else comes out.
We'll see.
Yeah, well, I mean, Papa Brad's Gaming eventually just started doing, I was waiting for Dreamcast games to come to iiRcade, so I just had to start covering them on my own channel. But I love the Dreamcast. Anything like in that type of, it doesn't need to even be a Dreamcast game. If it looks like it would have ran on the Dreamcast, I'm probably going to love it,
Sega's very protective of Dreamcast games.
They must be, because
I don't know why.
Like a game like Cannon Spike to have it's not ported to anything modern. For Cannon Spike to not be available on like a Switch or something modern, it's like, how do they do that? This game's fantastic.
Is like not
people paying hundreds of dollars for it, and it's like a hidden gem,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I love Power Stone. Power Stone 2 is like my jam.
Power Stone is great,
and I grew up with PSO, with Phantasy Star Online too, the first technical MMO, I guess, right? On Dreamcast, because it was the first console with Ethernet. It was just ahead of its time.
It was so ahead of its time. Like the games really hold up well too. I mean,
Sonic Adventure Battle 2.
Phantasy Star 2 might have been the first one of those style games that I ever played.
I love
the turn-based fighting.
Phantasy Star? Phantasy Star wasn't turn-based.
No, Phantasy Star 2.
Oh, 2, okay.
Yeah. It's been I never beat it. But that's one of the first of those type of style games that I ever played was Phantasy Star 2. I don't think I ever played the first one.
Yeah.
You guys have a couple of role-playing games on like sit-down type role-playing games.
I know. I have every game. They
don't get a lot of love and get mentioned a lot. But we don't. The only reason I don't play them on these shows is because they're very, long form games. Like sitting down and getting through some of the cutscenes would be half the show. So, there's some good RPGs that you can enjoy on iiRcade. Oh, yeah. All right, Mike. Look, I appreciate what you do. I'm good. Like I like the retro. I like the modern stuff. As long as the modern stuff, like when it's done properly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the ones where they just like, I'm going to make the graphics look pixely, so this is a retro game. Like, some of them know what they get it right. Yeah. And when it's done properly, they're a ton of fun.
Rising Hell. Rising Hell's amazing.
Donut Dodo.
Does.
Yeah. Longhead. You got a lot of good games.
It's hard to beat Donut Dodo. Pixel's so good at like just replicating old school kind of arcade style.
They are.
But bringing it modern. This game's just so good.
I've never completed it. I've gotten far.
Mm-hmm.
But, we get a lot of games come out. We start hitting up these games. I get huge into it. And then something else comes out. Then I start playing that. Yeah. And then, that's what happens. So, but
I know Brooklyn's going to hate me saying this, but Super Perils of Baking, I finished it. I beat the game on the iiRcade.
Nice.
I went back.
That was a challenge, man.
I went back and
that game ramps up really hard.
Yeah, it's just I would recommend put on the auto run on that game, and you just got to get used to the controls. That's another one that I would enjoy playing
like
with
a game
little
pad.
Controller.
Like if you just if you could just make drivers for like an 8-bit DOE or something like that, just some kind of retro gamepad for a few of those games.
Yeah, but the whole point of having it on the arcade is to play it with the arcade controller. So
yeah.
But it also has HDMI out, so like I could literally play it on my TV if it was connected.
We try to steer clear of that usually.
I hear you. I'm just thinking out the box, Michael. Sorry. I'm not trying to put you under the gun or anything. Literally, we're talking about guns and I'm putting them under the gun, but
all right, Michael, thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for all your hard work.
For having me, guys.
For bringing us Operation Will and for celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the
happy anniversary of the channel.
Yeah,
the anniversary, Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. It's always an open door for you. So anytime you want to come hang out, play some games, you know where to stop in.
Yeah, I usually like to lurk in the background. You know me.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah, same with the iiRcade show. You have an open invite anytime you want to come on.
All right, you guys.
All right. Thank you again. What's going on with you guys? I know, like tomorrow, I got to do some stuff during the day. I may wind up in the arcade, but I'm seriously looking forward to playing Operation Wolf with the sound cranked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and the feedback on the Sinden.
We'll be playing that.
Yeah, Brooklyn, check out my video later. I got it maxed out, man. That's my first time playing. I was having so much fun. I was just blown away.
Brad, what do you got going on this weekend?
Nothing.
Mike,
I might do another walk-in stock. I haven't made up my mind yet, but
I'm gonna work on I'm gonna do a little bit of rebounds for sure. I got some coding to do on that still. And then, not too much this weekend. I'm trying to heal up since I broke up my stitches again today. I'm trying not to do too much, honestly. So,
you just went from one show to another. Kudos to you. Like, it's a marathon for you.
Yeah, I've been working.
You've been streaming for probably many hours by now.
6 a.m. this morning, too. So it's been a long day. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, you were like one of the first ones here, too, tonight.
I know. Really maximum respect.
Nick's maybe tomorrow night. We'll be jumping back into the world of VR because it's been a whole week and I'm pissed off that we lost to the Rat King.
Demio. On Demio.
So I want my revenge.
Yep.
That Rat King needs to go down.
I'll be in touch with you and see if you're around. I know I definitely have one other person that wants to
Thanks
jump
for
in
watching,
and play.
Cuddles, Raven.
And we'll see if we could get Kevgret to play.
I'd
still love to
fanboy.
Jump in there with each of us running a character.
Rainwater.
Right on.
But I'm not using the ones I picked last week.
Biggie D.
Yep.
Play any VR, Michael?
Nah, not so much. So I don't own VR, at least at this point too. I used to have to test VR and it was kind of shell shock after that, honestly, for a while. Kind of PTSD.
Yeah. All right. Some people can't handle it.
I mean, it's fine. Well, so like I'm totally fine with VR, but like VR testing is a nightmare because when you're running a lot of these games and they're not 60 FPS, it does not do things to your brain.
No, I know.
So and I'm a gymnast too, so like my balance and stuff is very spot on. Like I'm good. I don't feel like queasy ever with things, but man, there's sometimes VR just messed with me for a little while. But
we've been doing a lot of cross play. I have the Oculus 2 and Oculus 1, but I've been on the PlayStation VR 2 and Nick's has the Oculus, but these games have crossplay, so we've been able to jump in and
I'm waiting on Zelda right now because of course I'm a huge Zelda fan. I'm wearing a Zelda shirt, so I think right now too. Zelda, I'm waiting on that, and then I'm waiting on Diablo 4 as well too. So
that's tempting.
It is. I want to see some gameplay.
Yeah, I just mostly mess around like. It's either PlayStation VR 2 or I'm on the iArcade. One of the two. I'm on the PSVR 2.
I'm gonna have to jump into some Truxton again soon too after tonight, 100%. Because now I'm like itching for Truxton again.
After seeing that footage, absolutely.
I have Truxton on 3 different formats. The iArcade is still the best way to play it. I have it on iArcade, Evercade, and I have it on the iiRcade Mini 2.
Oh, okay. The
they just brought Donut Dodo just came out on Evercade.
On Evercade, yeah. So
and it's a great game, but it's you know what? It's just not as much.
Not the
fun.
same, man. The Donut Dodo was made to be on an arcade cab.
My son loves that game, so I probably put it on downstairs on the big TV. But it's just not as much fun to play. I like playing it with the arcade setup more than more than a controller.
I don't know if you heard this.
Then Awaken Evil, that would be something I would like to play more with.
Did you hear that Donut Dodo is also going to the actual arcade? There's gonna be an actual Donut Dodo arcade machine at the arcade. And it's gonna have a few extra levels and stuff. Have you heard about that?
So
like a full-on arcade game.
Yeah, they do those. These companies do like the massive machines and stuff, the full arcade machines. They do like the very small scale runs of them, right? They'll probably only make one, or if not, like a handful. Usually, it's typical, right? Yeah, those are cool. Like Enter the Gungeon. I remember seeing the Enter the Gungeon one.
That's a great game. And now they got they have the light gun game, House of the Gun Dead. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh man, I heard there was like a 4-hour wait when they set that up for people wanting to play it. Yeah, it's a modern light gun game, but that whole series is great.
Yeah.
Tons of fun. All right, Michael. We'll keep Michael all night here.
Yeah, we are. Let's let this guy go, man.
Eventually,
He's been giving blood for iRcade today.
Surprised
Stitch is coming out. He's
I've
still got everything done.
The guy's literally bleeding.
The guy's literally bleeding for iRcade. I mean, how much more dedication could you ask for out of somebody?
You guys should see. I'm telling you, my car was like a murder scene today. It was so bad, guys. When I was driving myself to the hospital, I was like, "This is not good." So,
drives himself to the hospital and still releases. Operation Wolf.
They sewed me back up. We're good. We're okay. So,
and then goes on all these streams. Michael, thank you so much. Seriously, we appreciate you.
My blood thinners, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
We were all speculating when it didn't come out at like the normal time. We're like, all right, if they're doing a show at 7 and the game didn't come out, then
life happens sometimes.
We're getting Operation Wolf Gold Cabs tonight.
Yeah, heal up.
We were wrong about everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Usually we are because we don't know anything.
All right, guys. Everyone have a great night. Michael, thanks again. Thanks for everything you do.
Yes.
Papa, Brad, Nix, and everyone in the chat room on our 1-year anniversary. Thanks so much to everybody that comes out and supports the show. We have a great time doing this every week. And we'll see you again next week right here on the Friday Night Arcade Show.
Stay legit.
Me.